Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
How good's Jordan Smith, John?
You know, there is a lot of belief that he is going to be the best player in this freshman class next season. Yeah, I'm expecting Jordan Smith to be right in the mix to be one of the best players in the SEC, and if you're one of the best players in the SEC, you're going to have a chance to be an All-American.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just talking.
No,
You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, Bo.
Cheats, steals.
It's a real talk show host.
Live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, Bo, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I know we're going to get into a lot of football today, but it's kind of fun here in Cal. Yesterday afternoon, they released the SEC schedule, basketball schedule. Teams getting ready to go to the Bahamas, and Cal's talking about playing Kansas and Memphis in exhibition games, and Bo's back. So here we go.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, nice to see you. Good morning.
I'm sitting comfortably. I'm fine.
Good.
Yeah.
That is good. We played Guess the Procedure yesterday.
What'd you come up with?
Well,
what
I
kind
mean,
of guesses did you get?
well, here's the thing. When you talk about, as the dictionary defined it, flexible fiber optic instrument, it pretty much is a dead giveaway. And then you get in, they got to get the camera inside you, and that's kind of the tricky part. That's where the rub comes in, so to speak. And so, but yeah, everybody figured it out.
Yeah.
Fairly quickly.
Well, that's good. I'm glad everybody.
It's routine.
It is routine. At least it should be. I mean,
it is amazingly routine. How, the advancements in medicine.
That's a lot more research than I did on it.
Yeah.
I remember I've told this story before. The vasectomy year.
Yeah.
Went in for the consultation. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to see this.
Just need to do it.
That's right.
Just need to do
it. This doctor drew it up on a whiteboard like an out-of-bounds play.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, sir. Let's just, what date do I need to be
put
back
my head
here?
down and,
Yes.
you wake me up when it's over.
Yeah, same thing with the colonoscopy. Don't really need to know a whole lot about it.
Yeah.
But you do need to know what you can and can't have the day before.
Yeah, you do.
There's a lot of instructions on that.
No, you need to keep
and
up
I
with
kept
that.
looking for a loophole.
No, there's not, Eddie.
I kept looking for, what kind of soup can I have? Can I have anything that's filling at all?
Yeah.
That's the tough part is the 24 hours of, cleansing.
They, yeah, I'll agree with that part.
Boy, you drink this solution, and I mean, it is meant to work.
Yeah, well, it does. I mean, that's the point.
I mean, like somebody brings you a fine glass of wine and you can smell it, and it's like, man, that smell.
Yeah.
This is not that.
Yeah, no.
And I mean, the moment it hits you, you might as well be already walking that direction.
God, and to think I was worried about saying inserted yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, yeah.
Like you said, it's pretty common. I think it's relatable.
Yeah.
If it's not yet, don't worry. It will be one day.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you skip out on it, do so at your own peril.
No, you're right. I mean, you got to do it. And the thing is, it's really, look, I'm going to be honest with you. When I got to, the age where you are now and they said you got to do this, I'm like, that doesn't really sound like it's for me. And
the way you describe it doesn't sound like that's for me.
No, that's just not for me.
Yeah.
And so
it's really not something I can go along with.
So I put it off for a year or two.
That might be your kind, not my kind of thing. Yeah.
I'll give you credit for doing it at 50 because I decided I can wait a couple of years.
Yeah.
And I did. And everything was okay.
Yeah.
But but as it turned out, when it was over, I thought, well, this really wasn't that big a deal.
Right.
When they put you to sleep, you wake up, you go home.
That's it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
You try not to think about what happened while you were sleeping. and that's the
never really even crossed my mind.
See, that's just it.
What was I doing here again?
I don't know if it wipes your memory away or not, but you come to, you get in the car, you go home. It's like it never happened.
You're out for feels like seconds.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right.
Bang, you're back.
That's right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And, you're groggy for, 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And, I was back at it at, noon workout yesterday.
Yeah, a table
in the
was cold.
office at 1.
That's the thing.
It is cold in there.
Table
Well,
was
you're cold. You're cold anyhow.
Yeah, it was cold in there.
You're cold.
I do remember that part.
T-shirt,
I do remember that.
T-shirt, socks, apron.
I
Yeah,
know,
that's
hoodie and socks.
Yeah. Did anybody have any more questions? Should we just open it up for questions?
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
You guys are all. You guys are all.
They
headed
got
this
quiet.
direction.
They got really quiet yesterday when when
Did
we
they?
got into it. Yeah, we really talked about it because
Because you haven't experienced it, you don't really know what to
yeah,
say.
no, that's right.
Right. I have nothing. I have nothing to add. To
Well,
the
I just didn't know if you had
conversation.
any questions. Should we open it up?
No, I don't think we should,
Should we
do that either.
Should we do this once every 5 years?
No, maybe
When
skip
I go
this
through
one.
this procedure, we'll just ask me whatever you
No.
want.
I'm due
I had
for
nothing to do with it.
Thank God.
Yeah. I'm
What would
I'm
you
a
do
couple
if,
of years away
if,
from
if
another
you're
one.
sitting there in prep and DVH walks around the corner and says ready to go?
Okay, Skip.
No, I'm not actually. You just it's I heard, when you wake up, you don't know what you're gonna say. Like you're just coming back out of being put down.
Yeah.
And so I'm in prep and people are getting wheeled by me and they're waking up and just have the curtains for the slots of
Yeah.
hospital beds.
Right.
And I hear this guy trying to wake up and he's making 0 sense and he kind of comes to and he's trying to say something nice and he goes, "Everything was very professional." And I'm going, God, I hope so.
That's good.
I swear,
incredible.
I swear, this is right before I'm about to go. And I go,
incredible.
Well, that's encouraging.
That's funny.
Yeah. You don't know what you're going to say. That's like, well, it's a good thing.
Years ago, I went and got a friend, after the wisdom teeth were cut out. You got to have a driver, and I think he
Yeah.
got up and hugged the nurse, told her he loved her, and blamed it on the knockout medicine. But I sort of think he thought that going in. Yeah. And the stuff they had him on made him feel free to say it.
Was it Joe Namath? Susie, will you
Colbert?
kiss me?
Yeah. Who cares about that? I just want to kiss you. Of course, he was hammered. But there had been no wisdom teeth
Similar.
extracted that day.
Well, I mean, maybe that would have been a story to put out there.
Oh gosh, yes.
That's how
Yeah.
That's what sometimes marketing, PR. And people are paranoid about narratives and stories. And yesterday, you guys were talking about Arkansas.
power of the
last
narrative.
place. A
Power
narrative,
of the
is a
narrative.
story. Where did the story about Arkansas being so far past last place that you can't even see them? How did that develop? Where did it come from?
Well,
Where did it, like, you made, I heard a little bit of the show yesterday. You made some good points about, like, really? Like, you can't even see Mississippi State from how low we are? You can't even find Kentucky from how low we are? Where did
I
that
think the-
story start?
as we discussed last week, I don't think anyone is surprised that Arkansas was picked last. Your body of work over the last 5 or 10 years always seems to come up right around SEC media days or at the end of a year when you've not done real well. And Arkansas's body of work over the last 10 years or so is not great. There's been a spike or two here and there, but overall, it's not that great. So I understand why people would go into media days. I understand why people would pick them at or near the bottom. I completely get that. But I think the narrative is what led to them being picked that last. Again, not surprised picked last. Didn't expect to be like that last, 20 lengths behind.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I think the narrative is what fed that. The week,
Agreed.
the narrative going into it, and then the week of talking. I think that's what led to that part. But I have to say, being picked at or near the bottom, that's just
No.
a product of
Well,
your body of work.
We
right
talked
there.
about they
Yeah.
would likely be picked last.
Right.
But that gap showed there's a clear story that people have bought. And it can't be that bad.
I think it's the splash from the coaching search. I think the offseason, the hot stove league, if you want to use that term, particularly with the high turnover rate among coaches now, everything we think during the course of the summer in the modern era of college football, or at least most things, are based on who's our coach going to be going into next season? Is it going to be the same old thing, or we got somebody new? And who do we get in the portal? In other words, what's new? What's new about this season? I think that's what determines people's feelings about what it's going to be like.
What's popular?
Yeah.
What everyone else said was really good.
Right.
Who people seem to be behind. It's interesting. I'm watching people talk about Will Stein coming out of SEC media days like he's the next Kirby Smart. Before media days, I didn't hear anybody nationally really talking about, boy, this Will Stein guy. But he's impressed some people with interviews and his statement about, why do you think you can win at Kentucky? Because of me. Impress some people. And I hear people, I'm talking about national media or SEC media folks, oh, I really like Will Stein.
That sort of statement doesn't bother me either. But the reason it was a hit is because Curt Cignetti said, Google me. If there had been no Curt Cignetti last year saying, I win, Google me. If Will Stein had gotten up there, and let's just say for the sake of argument, we didn't even know who Curt Cignetti was, and Indiana was their usual 2-10 last year, or the last 2 years. And Will Stein had come to SEC media days, and someone had said, what's the difference? And he said, me. There would not have been the national fascination with that. It's in large part because Cignetti said it and it worked. And the SEC wants their story. They want their coach. They want their Google me guy, and they're hoping Stein will be him.
Silverfield's had a lot of success coaching college football, right? And he's 5-1 against SEC teams and
50 and 25 overall.
I mean, that's a pretty good record. And you can say, well, Memphis, was pretty good when he took it over. You still got to keep it going. I mean, we've seen all kinds of examples of programs like that.
Let's not act like that just happens.
Yeah. Will Stein's never coached a college football game. He's an offensive coordinator from Oregon. I'm not saying he won't be a good coach. There are coordinators that have become head coaches, Kirby Smart, one of them, that have done a great job and been great coaches, and maybe he'll be the next one. But Will Stein got to Kentucky after signing day. I mean, he was late getting his class, whatever.
He was a late hire because they couldn't make up their mind about what they were going to do with Stoops.
That's what I mean. He was behind when he started, and he's a first-year coach. And for people to vote Kentucky miles ahead of Arkansas, again, the question is, what causes that? Well, the answer is some sort of narrative. But if you're automatically putting a guy ahead of as a coach, like ranking coaches – that's never been a head coach, and he's at Kentucky, versus Silverfield, who's won all these games and had 10-win seasons at Memphis and has familiarity with the region in the SEC. I'm questioning what the reason for that is, and I think the answer is people really don't know what they're talking about. They're just going with, we'll use the word narrative, a story. And the story has been nobody seemed really happy with the Silverfield hire, and people didn't know who Will Stein was. And so they're like, when they find out, they're like, oh, this guy's kind of cool. How much do you really know about their football team? And again, you're right. Like, to be picked last isn't that big of a deal. But to be picked that far last, we're also like lost in this conversation. We should just mention. I mean, there are people at SEC media days that have never been to a football game. I mean, that
doesn't mean they don't know the game inside out.
I'm not kidding. They're voting on the order of finish.
I know.
Just to point, just for a second, that out. That is true. There are some people there that have never actually stood on a football field at a college football game on the sideline. Like, they've never, and they're voting on the order of finish. But it is talking season and story season and narrative season. And so now everybody gets to go change that. Whatever it is right now, the story will be written throughout the actual story, not the PR one. It'll be written when we play the games.
Well, that's just it.
It's coming up here
That's
in a month.
just it. And we were talking about this yesterday. Arkansas doesn't play Kentucky and Mississippi State, the two teams that are picked directly ahead of them. But they do play Vanderbilt. They do play Auburn. They do play South Carolina. They do play Missouri. And that's your 10 through 16 includes those teams, as well as Arkansas, Kentucky, and Mississippi State. You can't control your own destiny against those two teams, but you can against the others. And when you're talking about the difference between 11th and 16th place, sometimes it's one win. I mean, it really is. And so, not that 10th place is a great consolation prize, but my point is that you've got those teams there that if you win those games, you're going to finish ahead of them.
We're going to have a great debate at the end of the year about schedule and strength of schedule if Arkansas finishes tied with Mississippi State and Kentucky on who really finished last, because I'd really like to play those teams, and you're not going to get to.
No.
You're not going to get to prove.
Well, Bart actually had a pretty good idea the other day when he was talking about tiering this thing the way they do in the pros, and that's if you're ever going to have a shakeup. We talk about how hard it is to move into that upper half, the upper quarter, the top 6 of the SEC. Scheduling's got a lot to do with that. The standings in the National Football League don't turn upside down over the course of 10 or 15 years just by accident. The way the scheduling's set up, it's designed for that to happen. It keeps things interesting, gives franchises and cities hope, gives them a chance to make money. College football's not done that way.
Got to hit a break. 6:18, brought to you in part by First Security Bank, helping Arkansans bank better every single day. More convenient locations all over our great state. Log on to fsbank.com. Find the friendly local professionals that'll help you with all your banking needs. First Security Bank, member FDIC. Good Tuesday morning.
You're absolutely right, Bo. But
Thanks. Let's stop there.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Still searching for the perfect summer getaway? Mountain Home Arkansas might just be your answer. Wake up in the Ozark Hills. Hit the White River at sunrise. World-class fishing, hiking, trails, kayaking, and when the sun goes down, it's the kind of quiet you forgot existed. 2 lakes, 1 great town. All right here in the Arkansas Ozarks. Check it out at enjoymountainhome.com. Mountain Home Arkansas, where the outdoors is a way of life.
Thinking about buying or selling a business? Well, trust the experts at Arkansas Business Brokers, powered by Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. Whether you're ready to sell a business you've built from the ground up, or you're looking for the perfect opportunity to become your own boss, Arkansas Business Brokers can guide you through every step of the process. Their experienced team helps make complex transactions simple. Text BUSINESS to 479-306-6139 for a free consultation, or visit arkansasbusinessbrokers.com. For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today. Warfield American Single Malt Whiskey starts with 100% local Idaho barley, distilled through Scottish copper pot stills, and aged in Idaho's mountain climate, where the elevation and temperature swings create a depth of flavor you won't find anywhere else. Now Arkansas owned, Warfield is crafting something genuinely different. American Single Malt with real roots and real craft behind it. Find it at select spirits retailers nationwide or visit drinkwarfield.com.
Just so you know, and we've talked about this from day one on the show, nobody's safe in here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas keeps you moving.
And with all those summer activities, you're going to need a beer that keeps up.
And that's where Yingling Flight comes in. Just 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, brewed for people who like to stay active and still enjoy a great tasting beer.
Make Yingling Flight part of your summer plan.
Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Enjoy responsibly.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste. A spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available at select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Paschal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Paschal member signed up today through the end of May, Paschal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Paschal ProPath and help support kids in your community. Join today at PaschalProPath.org.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Well, I just want to say we need to appreciate Boyd a little more because Boyd know what the hell he's talking about. Boy, too bad, boy.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's National Water Park Day. It's going to be 100 degrees outside today. National Water Park Day.
When's the last time you were at a water park?
Well, it's been a while.
I'm going to a splash pad 2 weeks from Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, just Karen and I decided it'd be fun.
What it is. Yeah.
It's Ryder's first birthday.
Okay.
Grandson.
Wow, already?
So it's not just you and Karen going.
Well, I thought it'd be fun to let it sit there for a while.
No,
but then you were like,
weird.
That is weird.
I knew where it was going.
You didn't know exactly what to do with that, so I went ahead and gave you the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Unlike Bart during the break when we asked him what he was doing over there.
I'm just reading.
Studying.
Yeah. We asked him like 3 probing questions. Basically, like, what are you digging into over there? And he just was very, very non-descriptive. And Chuck goes, "Could you be a little more vague?"
And so
he became more vague. He actually did.
Yeah.
But yeah, splash pad Saturday, a week from Saturday. So I've got a lot of time to think about.
I'm a splash pad frequenter.
Really?
If you need any.
Give me. I need pro tips. I mean, I don't see myself. I don't see myself getting involved.
Well, yeah.
But I see myself. So I need a tip as a granddad.
Well, somebody's got to pay for it. Somebody's got to pay for it.
No.
I think that's your role.
Splash pad. There's like 1 million free ones in Northwest Arkansas. You just
but there's going to be money spent that day.
Sure, on the birthday supplies, yes. But
that's what I mean. Somebody's got to pay for it.
Okay, yeah. There's your tip. Pay for the birthday party. I was talking about the splash pad. The splash pad's free.
Okay.
Wear open-toed shoes. Removable shoes.
But it doesn't stop there.
There's nothing in this world that's free, bro.
But it doesn't stop there. $20 for parking.
Hey,
$15
what's
for
the old
icy.
saying? It may not cost anything, but it's not free. I mean, you know.
Yeah. So give me the tips. Pro tips. Splash pad. What can you tell me?
Well, if you're not going to get in the water, then there's nothing to say. But if you plan on
what's the setup?
Bring what setup?
Where does he sit?
Is there a?
Where does he sit?
Well,
and
it depends on.
Where does he sit and watch the grandchildren?
Splash pad you're going to?
Walker Park.
Okay, I haven't been to that one, so
okay,
I'm not sure.
Tell me about the ones you've been
Typically,
to.
it is a gated facility.
Yeah.
You go in, and there's about 85 feral toddlers to about 5 years old running around in the water.
Yeah.
I think your best.
It's a whole football team,
your best
the whole
bet
roster.
is just keep eyes on the perimeter. They can slip out.
I
they
can be
escape.
Overwatch. I
Yeah.
should be Overwatch.
Is Ryder mobile? Pretty mobile.
Yeah, he's
walking?
not really walking.
Not an
yet.
escape
Yeah,
threat?
no,
Will there
no,
be
no.
a spot for like Papa over to sit?
There might be an adjacent pavilion.
That's a good question.
I mean, you gotta have a spot
chair.
to sit.
If you're having the birthday party in the summer at a splash pad, I assume that the parents picked a splash pad that has an adjacent pavilion, and so that's probably your best bet.
I'm gonna be
to
in the
linger by the
pavilion.
pavilion.
Yeah.
Maybe glance over a
But
few
then,
times.
but then it's going to be, as Chuck called me, Papaw, like where you take the kid to play.
yeah, you got to take.
You
a
take
shift.
your grandson to
Because
play.
everybody's got to get a picture.
You don't want
That's
to
right.
just
You
be,
know.
but you also just don't want to be the guy.
It appears there is some sort of covered structure.
Yes.
Bart's already like he's
I can't.
Bart's on the
Well, I don't
3D view of
have
Twitter.
anything to
Like
offer to the
Google Earth over there.
conversation, so I'm just trying to help where I can. But it does appear that there is an adjacent covered structure.
Here's my best
I don't know
advice.
what it is.
Here's my best advice.
but it has a roof.
You don't have to wear a swimsuit, like swim gear, but wear clothes that you don't mind getting a little wet. That's my best
Yeah.
advice.
Well, I think I just go with the swim shorts then.
Well,
Flip flops and swim shorts.
okay. You don't have
Would
to
it
do
be
that.
Would it be creepy if I showed up like a week early to scout out the place? to
Yeah,
see
I
what
definitely
paid
would
for?
not go alone. You might get some
Just
calls made
I'm
to
just
local
trying to
enforcement.
get ahead of it. What is this dude doing here?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
There is a covered picnic area.
Read the room.
Can confirm. We have a covered
I think you just
structure.
need to follow directions. You're getting to the point, really, where you
is good.
you just
This
like,
is good.
hey, just tell me,
Quit being in charge.
tell me what I need to do.
Quit being in
yeah,
charge.
I mean,
That's good.
you're. I mean, this is hard to say. You may not be the center of attention.
Yeah,
you might not be.
That is
and
tough,
and
That
I
is
mean,
really tough to
we
hear.
all go through it. I mean,
Yeah,
there's there's sometimes the days about
I appreciate your directness on the topic. I do.
I'm just trying to
well,
get.
that's love. That is love right there. You're really trying to help me. Let's just get to the
I
point.
am. Just go where they
Why don't
tell
you
you to
just
go,
kinda
man.
meander around?
Yeah, just go where they do
I
what
am
you're told.
dangerously approaching that area of life where I've got to carry
It's
a chair
not
around
that
with
bad.
me.
It's not that
no,
bad.
No, it won't be bad. I'm just saying, being prepared, I might have to carry the chair.
Carry it over your shoulder.
Yeah, but I'm not willing to quite be there yet. But I think I'm rapidly approaching.
There's going to be a bag
You're
with
always
all
carrying
kinds of
the-
like goods and stuff in it. Everything from like juicy boxes or whatever those things are called.
Juicy box.
There's going to be a bag you have to carry.
condiments for the hot dogs.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You're going to have like a chair thrown over your shoulder. Have the look.
It's kind of like you're going on a picnic, but you're
Yeah,
not.
That's right.
JR's in Fort
I'm
Smith.
going to be quiet.
Well, I think this is good, Chuck. I appreciate it. JR, good morning.
Morning. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Doing well.
Doing okay.
Good. Going forward with football, what I've read, I guess our offensive line seems to be in pretty good shape. And the quarterback we have, I guess there's a battle going on there. That will all get worked out in fall camp. But I'd say that by just those two factors alone, we should be in pretty good shape, I would think. I mean, everybody else is starting off with a new roster. I mean, what do you guys think about that?
I think there's some positives there. I really do. I think you got reasons to be optimistic. Really, throughout the roster, I don't know how much depth they have at certain spots, and I think the quarterback is a big question. I think Chuck and I really both believed KJ Jackson would be and in fact, we talked about it when before they hired a coach. The most important thing for them to do is going to be to keep KJ Jackson. Like, that's going to be such a big deal. And I think KJ Jackson's got a lot of talent, but from my understanding, KJ hasn't rounded into the kind of player yet that won't get you beat. In other words, you drive the ball down the field, you've gone 6 of 7 on this drive, and you throw a pick down there in the short red zone, for example. A.J. Hill maybe holds on to the ball a little bit too long, but a lot of the other things he does are really, really good. So you got two quarterbacks that are really, really capable and they have enough ability to play in this league. But playing quarterback, and this is going to sound silly to some people and pretty obvious, but I don't think we realize the truth of this statement. Playing quarterback is really hard. It's really difficult. And again, go watch an angle where you're sitting back there trying to throw, and you're looking at what a quarterback is seeing. And you see it all. Like, you can't find 30 great quarterbacks in the NFL. You can't. I mean, it's like one of the hardest things in the NFL to do. Vanderbilt, to me, was so good last year because of Pavia. I'm interested to see what they're like without him. Ole Miss was so good last year because of Trinidad Chambliss. I'm interested to see what Lane Kiffin's like with a new quarterback who went through an injury, who had some struggles. What's Arkansas going to be like at quarterback is going to have a massive impact on this season. I think I'm not going to say they're good. They're fine. Their roster's okay. They're not like so far past last place you can't see them from here on the roster. But at quarterback, that's going to have a huge – it always does. But the fact we have a question there is going to will have an impact on the season, how that shakes out. And it might not be the same guy at the end of the year that it is the beginning of the year.
Quarterback can't get you beat. That's the thing that I when I look at KJ and AJ, which one gets you beat less? And which one has the ability to make a play in a manner other than everything's broken down and you take off running? Not that that's not important, but you've got to have some structure to your offense. And it can't just be about, run, tail, and run. That can't be your best offense. And so I think it's the most, I'm not saying anything, breaking any news. It's the most important position on the field. If you're good there, you got a chance to be good. If you're not, you're going to struggle.
Got to hit a break at 6:33. Would you on demand, when you post the podcast later, you can catch Chuck and Bo on demand wherever you get podcasts, on YouTube, or you can also watch the show live. Driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. When you post that segment, Edward, would you put splash pad and football? Would you mind? That's the name of that segment. Good morning. Tuesday. Are we a bunch of idiots or what?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Yes.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
We want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. There's no better place to watch a game than Walk On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, catch all the summer sports action while you cool off with mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like po' boys and gumbo, plus burgers, ice-cold draft beers, and cocktails made for hot days. Incredible food, outstanding service, and a game day atmosphere that never takes a season off. Visit one of the 5 locations across Arkansas today, including Rogers and Fayetteville. Walk On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Hey guys. Are you having a great show today?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. Enjoy Oaklawn's 24/7 smoke-free casino, featuring over 1,500 slots and live table games from blackjack to roulette, craps, baccarat, and much more. Voted Best Casino by 2026 Arkansas Times Readers Poll. And enjoy headliner entertainment at the Oaklawn Event Center. Log on to oaklawn.com and get all the details. And the Oaklawn Resort Pool is open all summer. Access granted to hotel and spa guests. Come join the fun at Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you. Now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality and powered by Teamwork.
Is there anything worse than being in a line at a convenience store and you got a lottery ticket buyer? It tests every bit of patience, religion, everything good in your life, it tests.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
12 Razorbacks that were committed or already Razorbacks signed MLB contracts with at least MLB organizations. And 3 of the transfers that were coming in, the shortstop Ben Cleary, infielder Willis McGinnis, and pitcher Chris Diaz, all signed. And not for much money, relatively speaking. You know, like $150,000. I mean, it's a lot of money, but not compared to what you think it would take somebody to not come to college for a year, probably make more than that, and maybe get drafted higher the next year. And so they lost 3 incoming guys. I'm interested to see, get some analysis on. I haven't done a deep dive on it. I was reading the story in the paper this morning, wholehogsports.com. But what does it really mean? Like, how did we end up really doing with the roster there? But those are 3 guys that I think could have helped, and you probably expected to get based on where they were drafted.
Well, I don't think you should be surprised that anyone signs a pro contract, no matter what they say. Some kids just want to go play pro ball, and the things that we apply as adults sometimes don't even come into the equation. I'm sure they've got a plan, you know, and it may be, you know, we got to go find some guys over the course of the summer. I don't know, but that's it means you sign good players if they're trying to sign them too. This will happen. This just happens in college baseball from time to time.
Maybe it is the adult in me. I don't know. But if I'm a shortstop and I'm going to make $100,000 playing with a low A whatever club in whatever small town, I would think that you might want to play a year in front of SEC crowds for the potential best days.
You can't just play a year. Can you?
Yeah. I mean, these aren't high school guys. These were transfer guys.
Okay.
But I would think you'd want to play in front of those ballparks or in those ballparks on television in a big environment. You're never going to play in that environment again unless you get to AAA, really the big leagues.
I get that part, and I hear you. But I also think that there's an argument to be made that and it's not this way for everybody. But there are times kids need to go. And I think we lose sight of the fact that, kids have dreams of playing pro ball. And when you've got an opportunity to go, you probably, if you don't take it, you're hedging your bets. And, you can say, well, you'd go to college, play a year, play before big crowds, make a little money, help prepare you. Really?
Yeah, if you get drafted, to your point, if you get drafted lower or not at all, that's not good. But if you come and have a good year, you're going to get drafted higher and make more money.
Maybe.
That's the play. I mean, that's the gamble.
I hear what you're saying. But the tools that make you draftable, sometimes another year of college, I don't know that you're going to enhance your draft status as much as people think. I understand why kids go. Sometimes kids just want to go. I don't think it's reflective of Arkansas. I don't think it has anything to do with Arkansas. I just think it has to do with what these kids want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably true, that part of it. I don't love that the draft is when it is and the deadlines are when they are either, relative to
the calendars.
When you got to go out and get players in the portal. Because you're taking guys that you don't know what they're actually going to do at the end of the day.
Well, we're 3 weeks away from the fall semester beginning, I guess, aren't we? 4 weeks away. I mean, we're right at the end of July now.
We're 2.5, 3 weeks from high school starting.
So,
schools.
And so, yes, I'm sure there's the surprise and the calendar part of it that's probably the most significant thing there. It seems, and I'm very much on the outside looking in on this. I'm kind of like you. I'm unsure of what this all means right now, but it would seem to me from the outside looking in that the calendar is the real culprit in all of this. That you can't fault a kid for wanting to go play professional baseball if that's been his lifetime dream. You can't fault the school for going out and trying to sign the best players they can sign, and sometimes you do, basically bet on the fact you can get him. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But, if you lose a guy in early June, that's a lot different than losing a guy in late July. And so that to me is the bad part of all this, is where it falls on the calendar.
Plenty of guys they did get that are still coming.
Yeah.
But just saw that today and maybe – kind of wonder where some of these guys, like what is it that they're thinking when they make that decision. But also the calendars just makes it difficult. You feel like you get a little lucky if you get these guys to stay in college, but NIL has made it more likely to keep them than it was before, because you didn't have $150,000 or $200,000 or $300,000 waiting on you in college. If you wanted the money, you took that $100,000 and you went into pro ball, because there was no money in college.
But there are lots of guys being drafted who aren't making $300,000 as college baseball players. You're talking about some of your high-end college baseball players. There are plenty of players drafted that would not make that kind of money as a college baseball player. And the big leagues are full of players who fell through the cracks. So it's an old problem, and I don't think it's going away, and I think honestly it's kind of been made worse by the calendar and where it falls now.
All right, we got to hit the break. It's 6:45, the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning. Glad you're here. It's Tuesday. Going to be hot today. real hot. Heat index in the mid 100s. When you say the mid 100s, does that mean 150?
No.
When Bart writes the weather report here?
No, like 105.
108.
Okay.
106. In that ballpark.
So it's not going to be a heat
between
index of
104 and 107.
Okay. Well, that's hot enough, I'll tell you that.
Well, I've got a lot more rhythm than people realize.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you. Now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality and powered by Teamwork.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com. Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas keeps you moving.
And with all those summer activities, you're going to need a beer that keeps up.
And that's where Yingling Flight comes in. Just 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, brewed for people who like to stay active and still enjoy a great tasting beer.
Make Yingling Flight part of your summer plan.
Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Enjoy responsibly.
Who says bigger is always better? Burton Pools and Spas is the area's exclusive dealer for plunge pools by Thursday Pools. In-ground fiberglass pools designed for today's lifestyles with easy maintenance and more time for fun. Cool off after work, relax with family, or host friends for game day. And right now, installed plunge pool packages start under $40,000. Stop by one of Burton Pools and Spas' 5 convenient locations or visit burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, water for a better life.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
Don't be talking down to people, Bart.
I am going to talk down to people when they're wrong.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For over 25 years, Pro Land Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, their team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you, your realtor, and your loan officer every step of the way. They're independently owned, so the only priority is you. Their relationships with national underwriters allow them to say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com and get a quote today. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I think I have 1,100 subscriptions. I'm pretty sure. It is so ridiculous.
I think I subscribed to Hulu twice.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You probably did subscribe to Hulu twice, and it's not your fault. It's bundled up with all this stuff now. If you ever got Hulu by itself, you could easily have it twice.
I've got it twice.
Disney Plus,
or I
and
did.
ESPN, and
So apparently, YouTube TV, if you have that, it started rolling out its ESPN Unlimited feature.
I do have YouTube TV.
Right.
As everyone here does, except for Edward.
Right. So
on your advice.
So you will be able, if you have an ESPN Unlimited subscription, you will be able to cancel that and access it via your YouTube TV subscription. You will be able to access it through the YouTube TV app, and you'll also be able to log in to ESPN's app with your YouTube TV subscription.
So if you have YouTube TV, there'll be an ESPN app channel, so to speak.
Yes.
So you can watch all the ESPN.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it'll be exactly like that.
How
or
they're
if
going to list it,
right.
but you can just go click on it.
You'll be able to watch it through YouTube TV.
You can watch all the things you watch on Unlimited, like all the Division III football and all that stuff.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
really?
nice.
It's all there.
The I Hate Christian Leitner documentary.
Yes.
Any of that stuff.
Allen Iverson, all that stuff.
All there.
So
YouTube
I can.
TV.
What if you've already paid the
it's
$199 or whatever it is? Like the next time, you just don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't
have to re-up.
Yeah, you can go ahead and cancel that subscription.
Yeah, I got to quit doing that.
I'm telling you, no, they keep. That's what happens now.
I know.
Wow, they have a sports plan on YouTube TV now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a bunch of different plans.
$65 a month.
Things of that nature.
World's just out here.
I have
getting better, but
I've
double
made
the
a commitment
subscriptions.
the last.
So
month
anyway,
or
you
so.
can there's a consolidation piece there. You can save money by not, if you have YouTube TV. Again, it's in the rollout phase. Not everybody has access to it yet. It seems like it's
But
happening
we can't
over the
go
next
back and
week.
cancel something we've already paid the year for.
I don't know if they give you like a prorated.
Can you look into it? Chuck needs it. Chuck needs to know.
Or if
What'd
you're
you
just,
find out?
But
What'd you
but
find?
you should go ahead and cancel it, even if you've already paid for it, because otherwise it's just you're gonna pay for it again the next time it comes up.
So you're telling
makes
me,
sense.
that everything I want to watch during college football season is still going to be there if I cancel ESPN Unlimited and just depend on my YouTube TV.
Once it's rolled out to you, yes.
Okay.
Can
All
you
right.
go over to Chuck's house?
Yeah, would you
today?
mind?
His new house.
How do I know if it's been rolled out to me?
Well, I think you'll notice it in the YouTube TV app. Would be my guess.
You also probably get a notification.
Yeah.
Via email.
Yeah, but that's there's no guarantee I'll see that.
Bart, you're going to need to go over to Chuck's 3 times a week until we know for sure.
I'm gonna need
Every
some
Monday,
help.
Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah, I got a new computer.
Particularly going into the weekends. Actually, you can just access his YouTube TV account.
I'll
He'll
just
give you
my
he'll give you
account
your
information.
login.
Yeah.
That's Chuck would be happy to do that and share his location. 655.
At
Good morning.
Paschal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99 with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Paschal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopaschal.com to schedule.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
You know, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you, now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, empowered by teamwork.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Kim Mulkey walks into your home wearing what she had on last night. You say, is this a game?
Oh, no. What would you do, Bart?
Bart leaves the room. She chases him.
God almighty.
Chasing Bart around
Making
the house, dressed
weird
up like a cat.
tiger sounds.
Yeah. What would you do, Bart?
I have a baseball bat. It would come into handy.
There's Kim Mulkey chasing Bart around in
That
his
would be
house,
awesome.
and he's the one with the baseball bat.
No, there would be no chase. No. There would be no chase. There would be no
pinned
chase.
up against the corner.
I've got it.
No.
If you're not for
I
Kim
hate
Mulkey,
this.
maybe we can find somebody that is.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Pete Weber. Pete Weber, 14 years ago yesterday, won the 2012 U.S. Open of bowling and was very, very impressed with himself. Remember this?
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got
That's number 5. Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am.
It's the only time we paid attention to bowling.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Pete Weber.
Oh, yeah.
You think he'd be a
Power
good match
couple.
for Kim Mulkey?
Yes,
Power couple?
Power couple. Pete Weber, Kim Mulkey.
You got competition, Bart.
Yeah.
He's free. He's free to
I don't think I'm going to be able to get that image out of my mind all day. Kim Mulkey chasing Bart around the house. Oh, my God. That is brutal. Stomach turning.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for The Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Sorry to disappoint the media, but very rarely do I bring up the media in team meetings about motivation. It's hour 2 of practice. We're not thinking about what the media voted us, right? Hopefully we all practice pissed off, right? Hopefully we all want to be great.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just talking. You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, Bo.
Cheats, steals.
It's a real talk show.
Live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, Bo, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Matting.
We'll talk some basketball. This loaded roster is going to the Bahamas to play some exhibition games.
Play Friday night.
So they're leaving soon.
I guess today or tomorrow.
We'll talk to Matt Zimmerman. He's going on the trip. He figured out a way to go. Well, we were
I
thinking
don't
about
blame
it.
him.
We were thinking about going.
we talked about it.
And then we found out it was going to be on Flow Sports so we could watch it. But I wanted to go because I want to see them. I'm glad it's going to be on Flow Sports, and they'll get me again on Flow Sports.
Me too. I'm going to have to
$20 or whatever.
resubscribe.
But you can actually subscribe now for a month.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
That's what I did when they played baseball. I went with.
They get you. They gouge you a little bit for only signing up for a month. It's a lot
Yeah.
less expensive to sign up for a year. But until they get more programming, I need to watch there. I'm probably going to go with the month. And you know how we are about canceling these subscriptions.
I have made a newfound commitment the last month, though. I've
You just got to budget some time.
I've gone
to sit
through.
down.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what the deal is, and you've got to figure it out.
That's
is
time.
not easy.
That's where time is money.
That's right. No, you're right.
Literally, if you budget some time, you can improve your budget.
Well, and here's
canceling
what happens.
Subscriptions.
They all of a sudden you look up and it's like, well, this was $7-8 more than it was a year ago, or $10 more than it was last month, or whatever. And all of a sudden they're gouging you and you don't realize.
Corporate America's banking on us not paying attention.
Well,
you got to pay attention.
It's a pretty good bet with me.
And then you get some money back.
I know.
Here's Cal. He met with the media yesterday.
Whatever it is, it's a starting point. So I'm not like, we got to do that. No, we could be awful and say, okay, this is where we are. This team should be a great defensive team, should be a great shot blocking team, which we weren't. We were at times, but it was from all, not the guys that are in there that need to be blocking shots. So I think we have that. I think this should be a great lane touch, space the court kind of team. But you know what? It may change. There's stuff that we work on that I won't use this year because I won't like it. Say, no, not for this team. Every team I coach is different.
This team does look really athletic and fun to watch just based on some videos.
I can't figure out who all's going to play. There's so many good players. It's like you can only play 5 at a time.
Yeah, I think they'll go potentially a little deeper than some years under Cal with, where they're playing 7, 8 guys. I mean, you might see him get a little deeper than that.
Maybe 9. I can't see it going
but it's nice to know
deeper.
too. Like I think you've got a little more depth if you get in some foul trouble. You finished a game last year at Alabama where there were 3 guys on the floor that were practice players.
Well, you want players who can play. I mean, when you talk about just having 9, 10, 11, 12 bodies, I mean that doesn't mean anything. If you got 8 or 9 who can play, now that's that's depth.
How about him coming out and saying they couldn't get a marquee matchup in the non-conference at Bud Walton Arena? He was trying to get another one here, and just after relentlessly working the phones, didn't happen.
We got another one that's going to be announced that here's the thing about scheduling. You're trying to get games at home, games on the road, and the home games will match with the road game. And then you're trying to get some neutral games. Our Thanksgiving game has been the highest rated game the last 3 years or 2 years. And this year will be the same. We're playing Michigan State in Detroit, playing Indiana in Madison Square Garden, playing Arizona in Phoenix. We're looking at North Carolina on the road, but we got one more. But here's the crazy thing, and people got to bear with me. We did everything we could to get another home game legitimate. No one would play us. I mean, listen to me. We called 300 people. That means at those top 50, we were calling the president, will you play us here? But what happens is next year we have Arizona at home, we have Michigan State at home, and we got an ACC game at home, and you know who I hope that is. That would be maybe the best home schedule. This year we're maybe the best neutral schedule. But we got one more to announce. It'll be an early November game that'll be neutral in a nice arena, nice city.
It's nice to have big opponents come to Bud Walton Arena. I was looking at the SEC schedule, and you're thinking, which one of these games are you going to like the most? How many of these are marquee matchups? And then I was thinking, when you're really, really good, when you have a really, really good team, it's just fun to go watch them play. You're not playing trash. You might not be playing Duke at home, but you're playing SEC teams at home. It's going to be fine. They're a really entertaining team. When you're really good, I think the marquee matchups at home are a little less important.
If you're a national program, you play neutral site games against big-time opponents. If you're a regional program, you play fairly big-time opponents in your own gym. Nothing wrong with being the type program that gets a marquee team into your arena every once in a while. But national programs are on television. National programs are on national TV, on holidays, at neutral site arenas, in big-time environments. What do you want to be? That's just the reality of the situation. I've not done a deep dive into it, but my guess would be, and as I think off the top of my head, Kentucky would have, I think Gonzaga came in there maybe one time, and they'd always play Indiana. Indiana and Kentucky was a rivalry. But most of Kentucky's big games, as you really stop and think about it when he was there, a lot of their non-conference games were, they were those neutral site type games, and that's what national programs do. And, you got to be on TV if you're going to recruit coast to coast. And Cal goes into the biggest markets and gets the best players. And so you better be on television in big moments when those kids are watching.
This is crazy. Pull up the schedule. The first 4, they don't have the entire non-conference schedule filled out, but the first 4 opponents on here, Indiana, neutral site, Madison Square Garden, Michigan State, Thanksgiving, Detroit, at North Carolina in Chapel Hill, and they go to Phoenix to play Arizona. I mean, that's
a national program.
That's a national program.
That's a national program right there. And you can't, on one hand, say, I want to be a national program, and then on the other hand say, well, I wish we had more games at Bud Walton Arena. You can't always have both.
That's big-time stuff. Here's your home games in the conference. You get Missouri, Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Auburn, Florida, Oklahoma.
That's a good conference schedule.
Those are the home games. So, yeah, you couldn't get a big non-conference matchup at home, but you can live with that. Yeah, I think. I mean, you want to go watch your team win. You want to watch your team play well. You'd love to see them play a big game. But I just think it's less important when you're an entertaining product to have that marquee matchup at home if you can't land it.
Well, part of the deal this year, too, is you've got to go with the way the ACC Challenge falls. It's our year to go on the road. If you had North Carolina at Bud Walton Arena this year and all these neutral site ball games, we'd be saying, wow. I mean, it couldn't get any better. And next year, one of those teams, maybe North Carolina, next year one of those teams will come here.
Cal's an entertainer. He's a great basketball coach. He's a great recruiter, but he understands the product's got to be entertaining. We're going to the Bahamas. We're going to see these games on Flow Sports. They're probably going to, I would think, do very well against teams that are overmatched because they're not playing other college teams. And then he's lining up 3 exhibition games, or at least working on that, which is Gonzaga, Memphis, and Kansas. So before you ever even play a game that counts, you have played all these games in the Bahamas, 1, 2, 3, 4 games in the Bahamas, and 3 exhibition games before you ever, against major programs, before you ever play a game that actually counts on your record. He's bringing basketball entertainment to Arkansas Razorback fans.
He is also making basketball a year-round sport. And
Yes.
It was, whether you define yourself as a basketball school or a football school or whatever, there was a time when none of the sports were year-round sports. Football became a year-round sport, and you and I know this because we hosted talk shows back then. Football became a year-round sport in the mid to late 90s, and basketball was a year-round sport when Coach Richardson had it going good, and it's a basketball situation now where it's a year-round sport.
So a couple other headlines. They'll open and close league play at Bud Walton Arena against Missouri and Oklahoma. The other news, did you guys talk about the light show coming to Razorback Stadium?
No, we didn't get into that yesterday.
Hunter Yurachek announcing enhancements coming to Razorback Stadium in the upcoming season. They'll add over 250 LED lights along with 8 Club Max 40 lasers. Bart, can you tell me what that is? As part of the company's sports cluster lighting system. And they're going to have a new state-of-the-art PA system, audio system.
Well, I'm glad for that part. I am glad for that.
Didn't we do that a while? Didn't they do that a while back?
Yeah, but they didn't get it right.
They didn't get it right.
They didn't get it right.
Can we? So now we're going to have like something.
I don't know if they're going to get it right this time either, but they did not get it right last time, and I hope it's better this time.
And LeBron James is with the 76ers. He's going there for 2 years. Quick reaction from Edward and Bart. The greatest player ever of all time, according to Edward, is now a Philadelphia 76er.
Are they the favorite,
and
Edward?
apparently he's going to live in Manhattan and play for the Sixers.
It's all going to come
It's a
down
joke.
to Joel Embiid. That's what it's going to come down to.
You mean
If
how
the team's
good they
gonna be-
are?
Yeah, if the team's going to be competitive and go after a championship, it's going to come down to Joel Embiid.
How much he plays
Yes,
is what
that's
you're
right.
saying.
That's right. If he can stay healthy, the Phillies, or the Phillies,
Well,
the 76ers will be very
The
good.
Phillies will be good.
If they're dependent on LeBron to get them to the promised land, they're going to be disappointed. LeBron's a great player. We could have the discussion about who the best one is. We're not going to, but we could. But what is he now, 42, 43?
He'll be 42 during the season.
No. Philadelphia, now look, they may dethrone the Knicks, but it will not be because of LeBron. It will not be because of LeBron. But
What kind of difference does he make?
I don't know that he really makes all that much difference.
He was still putting up 25, 6, and 6 last season. He's still a very productive player.
As long as he has the ball in his hands and as long as everything revolves around him.
Yeah.
And that's not what championships are made of. I mean, if LeBron averages 25 with the Sixers, they won't even sniff the conference finals. Bart?
We'll see.
There are too many mouths to feed in Philly.
That's right.
now.
That's right.
LeBron living in New York, like it's a joke, man. It's a mockery. It's a mockery of.
Is he a
of
dog?
everything.
We go live to the Knicks fan and the LeBron hater for reaction to the LeBron to Philadelphia.
We
game.
went live.
LeBron
It's not gonna work.
LeBron living in New York and playing in Philadelphia is a joke. Man, that is a joke, and that will
break, man.
No, screw this whole situation. This is a joke. This is not going to work. It's DNP did not play.
He's 42, man.
Let me talk, damn it. This is so stupid. Wow. This is so stupid, and it will not work because where's Maxey getting his shots? Where's Edgecombe getting his shots? Where's Jaylen Brown getting his shots? There are going to be so many chemistry issues. This is such a bad move for LeBron and not where he needs to be if he wants to
That's
win
what I
a
was
ring.
trying to say.
And beyond that, he is making a mockery of playing in the NBA by living in a different city and taking a helicopter in. That's going to create all sorts of chemistry issues. It's LeBron being LeBron. It's all about him. It always has always been about him.
Bart, I think you feel
stupid.
strongly about this. Maybe a little too.
We'll be right back.
All right.
I mean, look, this is what we do. We heal the hurting. We touch the hearts. We talk about the things that matter to people.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Blakeman's isn't just where Arkansas gets engaged. It's where you go to have a wonderful experience.
Every touch point matters, and I think what we show off best is Cafe B. It's Onyx Coffee by Blakeman's. Cafe B, we're offering the best coffee in the country, complimentary. I feel so fortunate to be able to go to work there every day. Big windows, the open lighting, the warm environment, and again, the cafe. It's the best.
Blakeman's, where every day is a diamond.
Warfield American Single Malt Whiskey starts with 100% local Idaho barley, distilled through Scottish copper pot stills, and aged in Idaho's mountain climate, where the elevation and temperature swings create a depth of flavor you won't find anywhere else. Now Arkansas-owned, Warfield is crafting something genuinely different. American Single Malt with real roots and real craft behind it. Find it at select spirits retailers nationwide or visit drinkwarfield.com. Hey, at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, you can save up to $12,000 off MSRP on Silverados. It's the freedom to save right now at Chevy of Fayetteville. Save up to $12,000 on new 2026 Silverados, plus make no payments for 90 days during the Freedom to Save event at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park. Together, let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com.
Who says bigger is always better? Burton Pools and Spas is the area's exclusive dealer for plunge pools by Thursday Pools. In-ground fiberglass pools designed for today's lifestyles with easy maintenance and more time for fun. Cool off after work, relax with family, or host friends for game day. And right now, installed plunge pool packages start under $40,000. Stop by one of Burton Pools and Spas' 5 convenient locations or visit burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, water for a better life. He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Who says bigger is always better? Burton Pools and Spas is the area's exclusive dealer for plunge pools by Thursday Pools. In-ground fiberglass pools designed for today's lifestyles with easy maintenance and more time for fun. Cool off after work, relax with family, or host friends for game day. And right now, installed plunge pool packages start under $40,000. Stop by one of Burton Pools and Spas' 5 convenient locations or visit burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, water for a better life.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste, a spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American Single Malt Whiskey, from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available at select spirit retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Summer may be the off-season for the Razorbacks, but it's the perfect season for the restaurant at Stonebreaker. Located in Fayetteville on Markham Hill, the restaurant at Stonebreaker features seasonal menus built around fresh Arkansas ingredients. Plus, enjoy inviting spaces to gather with friends and family. Whether you're stopping in for drinks at the bar, dinner on the screened porch, or relaxed evening in the parlor, you're sure to find something worth coming back for. This summer, pull up a chair on the hill. Visit StonebreakerHotel.com for more information. That's StonebreakerHotel.com.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I'll tell you one thing, but listen, what a great show you. The best sports show in the state is, no doubt, the Chuck and Bo Show. No doubt about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Coming to you from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery, now Arkansas-owned. It's in Arkansas, all over Arkansas. You can log on to drinkwarfield.com, find out what all the fuss is about. Find it near you. They've got organic spirits, too. It's an amazing product, distilled almost 6,000 feet up in the mountains. Whiskey from the Idaho Highlands. drinkwarfield.com. We got texter coming in,
firing away.
Check Bart's O-ring.
Yeah.
We need more from Bart versus Edward arguments on LeBron.
There's something about a LeBron discussion.
Jeez, I didn't know.
That just it evokes fireworks.
What is the deal?
It evokes fireworks.
Where does that
particularly
passion come
among
from?
younger people?
What is it? Where does it come from? What is it about it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Bart, do you know, Bart? What invokes like that kind of passion?
What is it with you, Bart, that like evokes that passion in you?
We've been over that time and time again. We don't need to
You just
relitigate
don't.
that.
You don't really like what he's about.
Yes, I don't. I don't
or
like
how he comes off.
I don't like how he comes off. He
has
way,
to be the centerpiece.
The way he acts, the things he says. I never have and never will. There's no changing that, because it's clear at this point that he's not changing who he is and the way he acts. The recent comments he made about my hometown didn't exactly help that.
I forgot about that.
What did he say?
About
What
Memphis?
did he say?
Memphis is trash. He wouldn't.
Oh yeah,
Move the team to Nashville.
Bart's hometown.
Move the team to Nashville.
Yeah, we're starting to get to the crux of it.
Well, that's recent though. That's recent though. The bottom line is screw LeBron. I hope the Sixers lose every game they play.
Wow.
And
I do too. Just for the record, I hope they go 0-82 as well.
From a basketball standpoint, from a pure basketball standpoint, I do not see how this is going to work at all, because there are too many mouths to feed in Philly now. Somebody's not going to have the same kind of success on a personal level that they were having in the past. Multiple people are going to have to take a back seat. Jaylen Brown wanted out of Boston because he didn't want to be second fiddle to Jason Tatum. Well, now he's third fiddle at best behind Embiid and LeBron. So, people are not going to be happy. The whole LeBron helicoptering in from New York City is going to be a sticking point with a lot of guys who are working their butts off to be great and to have a good season and to make the team great. It's just this is a disaster waiting to happen, and you know what, LeBron deserves it.
Do you think, Bart, if I were to move up to Neosho and helicopter in every morning, that if there would be chemistry issues?
Yeah,
here?
I think there would be. I think there would be.
Okay, well then I won't do it.
Yeah.
I will not do it.
You just moved.
Yeah.
And you didn't go to.
Can I say something
please
rational about
Edward,
the Jaylen Brown point and coming from the Celtics?
Yes.
There was a Shams, who was another one of Bart's favorite. This is just
Shams sucks.
I love
Shams.
I love Shams.
Anyways,
Bart, you are
so Shams
you're
report.
harsh this morning.
Can I say one thing?
No, let you talk. Dang it!
Damn it! Can I talk? Go ahead, Edward.
Yesterday, Shams was talking on some show and the report is that Jaylen Brown wanted LeBron to come to the Sixers and even let Rich Paul know before he signed. He had communication with Rich Paul to let him know that he wanted LeBron in Philadelphia and it's someone he wanted to play with. That's the off-season report. Now, will that maintain throughout the season? Who knows? But he wanted to play with LeBron.
I don't believe that report for a second.
Because it's from Shams?
Yeah, because, yes.
It's a falsehood.
Yes. Yes, because, I mean, Shams has a history of planting stories for sources. And
for those that may not be following, who's Shams?
Shams.
He's
Sharania.
Yeah,
What's his name? Shams, whatever.
He's the
NBA reporter.
He's the
Yahoo
Slappy
Sports
who
Slappy.
No,
he's
ESPN.
mad at Shams because he messed up
ESPN.
a trade about Memphis on
No,
draft night.
he purposely withholds information in his reporting as a way to generate clicks and everything. I do. He is a homeless man's Woj. Is how I would describe him. Not a poor man's Woj, a homeless man's Woj.
Lives in his car.
Van down by the river.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Okay, so
Are you sure you didn't have the colonoscopy yesterday?
Yeah, real sure.
Yeah. So Shams and
real
LeBron.
sure.
Today's NBA, baby.
Oh, man. Well, they're going to try to get it done in Philadelphia with LeBron. You can get it done with Bobcats at WT Equipment. You got light construction work, stuff done on the land. You just need to borrow or rent it or you have it for a while. They can help you out at WT Equipment. WT Equipment's family owned and locally operated. 4 locations across Arkansas. Doesn't matter whether you're running a farm, managing a job site, taking care of your own land, getting a ride to Philadelphia. WT Equipment has the tools to help you get it done. I don't know if they have helicopters, but they got about everything
They could get
else.
them working. I mean, they could get them working.
They will find a solution, I'll tell you that. New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and, of course, the legendary Bobcat. Get the job done. WT Equipment's here to help. WTEquip.com. So Matt Zimmerman has been breaking down, doing film sessions.
Oh, yeah.
Can't get the coach out of Z.
No, you can't.
Can't get it out of there. And so he's like breaking down film and posting it on these new players Arkansas has, this loaded roster. And he's going to join us to talk about these guys, the new Razorback basketball squad, when we come back. 7:27, good morning.
We got wackos, people. There are wackos everywhere.
I call them our bays. I mean, you can call them wackos if you want.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under 30 grand. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're just kind of wading through it, figuring it out with you this morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. Enjoy Oaklawn's 24/7 smoke-free casino featuring over 1,500 slots and live table games from blackjack to roulette, craps, baccarat, and much more. Voted best casino by 2026 Arkansas Times Readers Poll. And enjoy headliner entertainment at the Oaklawn Event Center. Log on to oaklawn.com and get all the details. And the Oaklawn Resort Pool is open all summer. Access granted to hotel and spa guests. Come join the fun at Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you. Now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality and powered by Teamwork.
Obviously, Ryan Silverfield's had a lot of success, right? Like we're not, breaking any news there. 50-25, twice as many wins as losses, 27-21 in conference play as a head coach. At a job that has been a successful place for the most part over the past, decade and a half or so. When you look at the coaches that have been at Memphis, now can Silverfield break kind of the streak of guys going on from Memphis and having a lot of success because the guys that came before him didn't they jumped to bigger jobs and quite frankly it hasn't worked out. Can he break that trend? I think he can. But look, Arkansas hasn't been in a really truly competitive position in the SEC for a while, other than one really good year under Sam Pittman. And so I think that honestly, like if we're being really honest about this whole conversation,
let's be honest.
I think a lot of it still comes back to Chad Morris. I think people still have that in their mind. I'm being dead serious. I think people still, when they think of Arkansas football, they think of those Chad Morris teams and how pathetic they were. Like truly pathetic. The worst football team that has ever existed in the SEC.
But that's been over 5 years ago now.
I understand that, but I think people still feel that, right? When they think of Arkansas, they think of Chad Morris. They think of how bad it went.
Do you really think that?
I think.
You think people think of Chad Morris?
I think the outside. I think the Chad Morris era, if you want to call it that, was so bad that the outside world still thinks of that when they think of Razorback football.
Did you know you can listen to a podcast version of the show? The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park and can be found every weekday on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
When you see the bubble, does that mean they're texting you, or does it just mean they're texting?
No, it means they're texting you.
Because sometimes you'll see the bubble, and then they'll think, no, I guess I don't want to say that.
It's like when I text you at night, good night, I'm thinking about you, Chuck, I love you. And I see the bubble come on, and it goes off.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Talked about this young man a whole lot. Everyone in the nation's talked about Jordan Smith Jr. Everything that he does on and off the court, he does it in a first-class A-plus manner. But when he hits that floor, man, he is serious business. You talk about strong lower body that can just get by people and overpower people. His game is based on strength and size, physical play. He's not the tallest guard in the country, but his size, meaning how physical he is and how strong he is. And he is a tough, hard-driving guard. Now, he can shoot the basketball, too, but what he does the best is get the ball and attack it, whether it's from the wing. I've seen him so many times this summer in practice, catching in the corners and drive from the left corner with his right hand all the way to the front of the rim and dunk the basketball. Seen him catch it in the right corner and drive with his left hand shoots a lot of pull-ups going that direction. He is not afraid to stop on a dime and launch a pull-up. Very, very good pull-up jumper. Now, he is a guy that is not afraid to get dirty on the defensive end. He's going to lock into a stance. He tries to beat you to the spot. He uses his chest on defense. He gets his shoulders to you. He is a physical brand of defensive player. He is going to light up the state of Arkansas while he's here. Jordan Smith will definitely prove that he is one of the best players in college basketball and one of the very best guards as well. I can't wait to see what he does. It's going to be a great season for Jordan Smith. I know that you're going to love watching him play.
That's Matt Zimmerman breaking down Jordan Smith Jr. and apparently the entire roster. Have you done the whole roster, Z?
Yeah, I've done the whole roster. I think we got one. We've finished it all. I think we're releasing the last player today, which is Caleb, who's only been practicing for 3 or 4 days. So we wanted to get some film because when we put that on socials, it's got video behind it, so you can, as I'm talking, you can see action from practice. So they're all here, man. 15 guys. Caleb was the last one, Bo, to join, and he's been here for 4 or 5 days. I think he got on campus about last Wednesday. Takes him a couple days to get through physicals and sickle cell tests and all the things that they have to do, and so he's been practicing now. They practiced all weekend, and they're battling. It's much better practices than we've had the last 2 years, just because they got guys competing against each other.
Caleb Origu is the 6'11" reclassified.
How come you didn't say his last name?
Reclassified.
Yeah, Origu. That's not too bad.
No, it's not.
No, it's not too bad. I think I've said it about 3 different ways since he's been here on different things. But yeah, he's a big, strong guy, Chuck. You're gonna love him, and he's just a physical presence that we kind of lacked a little bit. It's kind of what our fans talked about since the Arizona loss, even during last season when they talked about our lack of kind of physical guys down low, and he brings that. But I kind of like the 7-1 guys. They're skinny, but a couple of them, like Maper, he plays really physical. And for being skinny dudes, they like to kind of mix it up. So there's options for coach to put out there.
I got a phone call over the weekend. It's Z, and he's got Maper Maker with him. Am I saying that right, Maper? He put Maper on the phone.
Yeah.
So so he could say his name. Say it again.
Yeah.
Maper Maker. Say it again. Maper Maker.
Yeah.
Say it one more time. That was That was Z.
Maper.
Maper
Take
Maker.
care of my partner.
I know.
I take care of my broadcast partner.
Yeah.
And so he.
Were you
he's pretty
showing?
good.
But really, what you were doing? Were you showing Chuck how much juice you had?
Yeah, that's what.
I'm the guy.
You didn't mention in that
You wanna
phone
talk
call
to
you
a
were going to the
player.
Bahamas either. You didn't mention in that phone call you were going to the Bahamas.
Oh, I thought you knew that.
Nah, no, I didn't know.
I'd have paid my own
I'm
way if I'd have
joking.
had to. But luckily some folks stepped up.
I'm looking
like
forward to that. I think it's great. I think it's great. We're going to be able to see it.
Yeah, it's going to be really nice, and it's it's going to be. I think it's interesting, Chuck, because he's got so many more guys than he's had. So I think he's excited about what he's getting to do and picking guys and pushing guys, and he's gotten on him a little bit more, I think, this summer than he did the last 2 summers because he's just had more options, and he really does. And 15 guys, and Isaiah's hurt, and there's another one got banged up right now, so that puts you at 13. Then you got 2 that aren't going to play, so that's at 11. So you got 11 right now that think that they're going to help this team and play. And in the past, we've had 8 or 9, and there is a big difference between 8 and 11. So there's much more competition, and that's even made Jordan and JJ and those guys that are going to play. It's really made them have to elevate their game. And this Davion Thompson, he's fantastic, man. He is a really good player. He's been here 3 or 4 days longer than Caleb has. But him and Ilya started at the same time. Ilya's got to do some work yet, but he's got some potential too. He's 7 foot, but this Davion Thompson, he is so smooth and fluid, left-hander. He is good. He was really what we lacked the most. Just to me, I'm probably wrong, but as I watched these guys in practice, I just didn't think we had a true playmaking floor general. Jordan's a downhill driver, physical, tough. He'll pass it, but he's trying to get that basket. And Jeremiah's a shooter, and he likes to launch it, and he's a scorer, and he's had huge scoring games even in our conference. But this Davion is a unselfish, pass-first point guard. Obviously, he's one of the best players in the country in the class of 2027, and he's the reclassed, and he's going to really help us. He has changed practice, and Maker has changed practice. Those two guys, when they started practicing, they changed how things were being done on the court.
What about later this week? What about in the Bahamas? What do you think Cal's approach is going to be? What have they talked about in that regard?
Yeah, he's talked a lot about it. He's talked about how he wants to play some guys, play maybe a little deeper, and hopefully a couple of those will be some blowouts. But you don't know that going in. It may be close games. You don't know. But he's talked, Chuck, a lot about trying to guys playing with each other, different guys, different combinations, see who plays well together when they're not just in basketball practice. And so I think that's going to be important. I think he lets his assistants do quite a bit during this time. I think that he's practicing. He's running practice. There's not the assistants running practice for sure. But he kind of acted. We were talking the other day, and there's several of them there on the side of the court, and he's kind of talking about, letting the assistants do more coaching there and him more evaluating and watching. So we'll see how that plays out. And then I think that he feels like with all this depth, they can play different. They've worked on the press. He's not a pressing coach. He has thrown a press on people a little bit here and there through his first 2 years at Arkansas. But it worked a lot more on press. He thinks he can throw more bodies at people. He feels like that with the depth, that's always one good way to kind of get your guys feeling like they've played more than they have. They're having to run around and press and trap. That'll be interesting to watch as well, how much they press over there. And, of course, his man-to-man defense. He's not going to deviate from that. They haven't worked on any zone. He's not a zone coach. And so playing that man-to-man and getting after people.
Z, these breakdowns you've done are on Hogs Plus, right?
No, I just did them on my social media. I do some stuff like you guys with First Security Bank, and I just did them on social media. I didn't even really say First Security Bank like I normally do. I just tagged them on everything. But they've been awesome to me, awesome to you guys, and so you can just go on they're on Twitter or on Instagram, and then the race it's posted them. Razorback Basketball has posted all of them on their socials as well. But yeah, people can see them on Hogs Plus. Jack Parker did them for me, but they're not behind a paywall.
I got
you. You can just watch them on social media for free.
So I heard a discussion about these reclassifications. We talked about one of them, the Caleb, who's been here, Oregon, who got here about 5 days ago or whatever. He's a big guy. Davion Thompson, you were talking about a second ago, is another 27 guy that classified at 26. This guy's going to play a lot, right, based on what you were just saying a minute ago.
Yeah, Thompson will have to play. And I don't think he's going to be Darius Acuff playing 35 minutes a game. He's 17 years old. He's not where Darius was, but just the presence he's had in practice, the battling he's done in practice, the competitive nature of him, as good as he is, he's going to have to play. I mean, I would say he'll probably be a 25-minute a game guard.
Yeah.
There might be some matchups. He's not the strongest arms and upper body right now. He looks like a 17-year-old, but man, he can flat out play. He's a Chicago kid. He's a player of the year in Chicago's 10th grader. And then he left and went to Link Academy in Missouri for a year. Was outstanding there. He's on the United States basketball under-18 team. This is an elite player. And getting him, it was big news when he committed, but getting him was huge. When like Eric Moss, a national recruiting guy, ran Rivals basketball for years and now runs 247 Sports. When he's calling me that morning saying, "Z, this is a difference maker for y'all," and then that's in June. That's big deal. And he has been everything as advertised getting here. You hear so much about all those other guys. Mika's fantastic. Jordan, JJ, Abdu, and this kid, man, he just does stuff a little different. He's crafty. He's one of those Chicago crafty guys, man, and he's really a good basketball player.
They've signed and brought in so many good players, Z. It's almost like, somebody's name will come up and it's like, oh, yeah, I forgot about him. You just mentioned JJ. Yeah. You just mentioned JJ Andrews a minute ago. How's he doing?
Yeah, he's doing good. I think that he's had some really good practices, and like yesterday, they wasn't shooting it as well. He couldn't quite get going, and then he made a couple really hard drives. Maker blocks it. Then he makes a real physical drive, and Ilya blocks it. And so he's having to I got to step up. These guys he didn't see a lot of 7'1" athletic, long guys. I mean, Maker, Cooper Bowser, these guys 7'4", 7'5", 7'6" wingspans. So when they jump, they're well over 10 feet in the air, and it's hard to score in practice. Best defensive team we've had in a long time. It has a chance to be. And, Coach Muss had a couple good defensive teams. But this is by far the best defensive team that Coach Calipari's had at Arkansas. And I think he sees that. He knows that. He knows what they have. And this defense is different. And I think he's going to utilize putting a little more pressure on people defensively because he's got more depth.
So much was talked about from last year till this class was signed about a big man, about getting a bruiser. And I know maybe they don't have the traditional back-to-the-basket banger that Michigan had or, Arizona had, but did they fill the need of what you need to make a deep run in the NCAA tournament? After watching these guys, breaking them all down, what are your thoughts?
Right. Well, that's a really good question, and it has to be shown on the court they can do that. Now, the physical parts of it, yes. I mean, as big as they are, but being big don't mean you're any good. But they're just with all 6 guys. They're 6'10" to 7'1". That's a lot. We've had 3 before. We've had 4 before, but not 6. And I think the answer to that will be good enough that it won't hurt us like it did last year. It's much better because these guys, Trevin would block shots. But to me, as good as Trevin was, now in the NBA, he would turn sideways a little bit as guys that drove. If you think it in your mind, when guys would drive in there and he was back, he would kind of turn because he's trying to jump and elevate and block. These guys, and they work on drills where you stay squared, where you stay squared to the offensive player, and you jump with them, and you get vertical, and you get as long as you can, but you got your chest to them. And like even Jonas Adu would kind of stay square, but the other bigs we've had, Malik Ewan, he would turn a lot, and Trevin would turn, and those guys would be able to kind of get around them and then use their strength into them. And so you think even back to Winthrop and Samford and those guys that were smaller than our bigs, getting their left shoulders and powering into our guys, creating space, and then scoring when they were a foot below the rim, but they could score it because of strength. I think that they have solved that problem with better defensive big men.
Did Malik Ewan land at Kansas? Where is he?
No, the last I heard was it looked like he may end up at Oregon, and wish him the best. I was glad that he didn't end up in the league, and I really don't know how many people in the league. I'm sure some of the people in the league tried to get him, but you never heard a lot about that. You heard Kansas and Oregon and 2 or 3 other places. Really was kind of a surprise, though. Oregon's a long ways for him to go, but he's still got to get another year of eligibility, and so maybe he's going to get that waiver. He's a pretty talented basketball player. In the back of my mind, I kept thinking, is he going to end up back here? But it never worked out that way.
All right, so what's the number one thing you're looking at in the Bahamas? What are you looking for besides the beach? We got 1 minute here. What you got?
I'm just looking for, who are the guys that step up with the lights on, with people in the stands, and who's the guys, Jordan and some of the obvious guys that are going to do it. Billy Richmond, who we hadn't even talked about. But, what's Maker going to do? What's Ilya? Is he going to get a chance? And is he going to do much? What's Davion going to do? Playing maybe against some 23, 24, 25-year-old guys. He's a 17-year-old. How's he going to play? That's what I'm looking at. Just see individually, and then see how they move the ball and how they share the basketball and how the offense looks. I kind of know how the defense is going to be just from practice. It's going to be aggressive. They're going to get after it, and you're going to see a lot of shots blocked.
All right, enjoy the Bahamas. Wear sunscreen. We'll talk to you when you get back.
Yeah.
Have a great trip.
Thanks, guys.
Matt
Zimmerman. Okay,
Thank you,
thanks,
Z.
Chuck. All right.
Appreciate it. Edward, everybody. July 31st, Friday, the Hogs play at 6 o'clock on Flow Sports against the Bahamian national team. Back in a minute. You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas keeps you moving.
And with all those summer activities, you're going to need a beer that keeps up.
And that's where Yuengling Flight comes in. Just 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, brewed for people who like to stay active and still enjoy a great tasting beer.
Make Yuengling Flight part of your summer plan.
Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Enjoy responsibly.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Because
that's
we don't
all I
want
wanted to hear. That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas keeps you moving.
And with all those summer activities, you're going to need a beer that keeps up.
And that's where Yuengling Flight comes in. Just 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, brewed for people who like to stay active and still enjoy a great tasting beer.
Make Yuengling Flight part of your summer plan.
Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Enjoy responsibly.
Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
You know, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
That is absurd to me and anybody who has a brain. Like anybody with any active brain cells at all. like what are you?
I have brain cells, but they're not always active.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You should feel pretty good about your Razorback basketball team when we have, a 15-minute conversation and he goes, oh, yeah, we haven't even talked about Billy Richmond. We didn't even talk about Mika Murinen.
Yeah, Mika's the one they're talking about being the surprise guy in college basketball.
Top 5
this year.
pick in the NBA draft next year.
Yeah, we didn't really have time to get to him.
Or Dude Torre. I mean, just when you look at this roster, I mean, you can spend 5 minutes on 10 of these guys, just talking about them individually.
There's a lot of talent.
I mean, this is nuts. I know Isaiah Seeley got hurt, and it's terrible. Feel bad for him. Known him most of his life, growing up here, but where would he have fit on this roster? I'm not saying he couldn't have played. I'm just saying they brought in guys. It's like bringing in all-stars from the elite summer basketball circuit every year.
Oh, yeah.
And it's taken 3 years for Cal, this is year 3, to really get this loaded of a roster. Last year, it was kind of a lot about Malik Thomas and, of course, Darius Acuff Jr. Now you're bringing in so many of these guys at a time. It's also an example of even if you're Cal, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to really get that kind of roster together. But this has got to be his best roster.
Well,
since
this is
here.
his best haul since he came to Arkansas, that's for sure. The thing that I'm most interested in seeing this weekend while they're in the Bahamas, exhibition games, right up until conference play starts. And I just said this off the air to you guys. If you've got 3 guys, 7-1, and you've got 15 fouls between those guys every time you play, you can block a lot of shots. You know, you don't have to be a thick, wide body to be a protector. We have this idea that if you're going to protect the rim, you've got to be, this behemoth. You got to have size. You got to have everything. I'm telling you, I don't care if they're long and thin. I don't care if they weigh 200 pounds apiece. You put 7-1 guys on the floor, 2 or 3 of them a game who have the ability to block shots, and you will alter what the other team does. There's no way around it. And so I'm anxious to see that part.
Hogs play again Friday at 6 o'clock against the Bahamas national team. Saturday they'll play again at 5. Monday at 6. Tuesday at 11. We're getting into next week when we talk about that. You can watch all the games at Walk-Ons. They'll have Flow Sports on for you. And while you're there, ask about Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
If fresh seafood is calling your name, Fish City Grill in Rogers has been answering for 20 years. Just check the chalkboard. Fresh fish comes in daily, and the specials are always worth a look. Crawfish season is rolling, the raw oysters are as good as you'll find anywhere in Arkansas, and happy hour runs Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. It's locally owned and worth every visit. It's Fish City Grill in Rogers, near the Pinnacle Hills Promenade.
Having good vision enhances every part of your life, and that is why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. They have great doctors and staff that meets all your vision needs. I recently picked up a pair of new sunglasses, and the attention to detail and customer service was on another level. We all have preferences on the look of our shades, but checking out the different lenses helped me land the best pair I've ever had. And Drs. Betts and Mengarelli have helped numerous athletes get their best vision. Go see our friends at McDonald Eye Associates and see the best.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, no, I don't want Lane Kiffin at LSU. I want weird stuff going on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you. Now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality and powered by Teamwork. For over 25 years, Pro Land Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, their team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you, your realtor, and your loan officer every step of the way. They're independently owned, so the only priority is you. Their relationships with national underwriters allow them to say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com and get a quote today.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
I do think that there is value in this because, look, I don't know how else to say it. As you build, if you're struggling, as you struggle, all of those things. Sometimes it's better to do it with kids from your own backyard than it is with kids that nobody knows anything about, because you root for kids from your own backyard. And that's one of the things, it's one of the reasons that I think it's important for all programs to sign in-state kids. And I know the portal is going to determine a lot of programs' fates. Maybe Arkansas is one of them. I don't know. But you got to have that core. I also think it grows the game. And it makes it fashionable. Now, you can say, well, it's football. I mean, what are you talking about? Football is already, you don't need to grow football anymore. I think you need to grow the idea that high school football players in Arkansas can go play for the Razorbacks. That's what a generation grew up believing. And I'm not saying it hasn't always been true. The truth is, it has always been that way. But I think the public perception perhaps has changed in that regard. And I think what he's doing there is good. Now, look, if you go out there and you're full of in-state kids and you're, nothing changes, maybe that's not the way to go. But I honestly think, Bart, what he's doing right now, I think long term, I think this benefits a lot of people. I just put it that way.
Hey, it's Bo. Thanks for tuning in. Hang out with Chuck and I every weekday morning from 6 to 9 a.m. live on YouTube or Twitter. Or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I want to see the Hawks. I want to see the Hawks kick everybody's ass. I want those days back. We're the outsiders. We've always been the outsiders. We don't belong there. And then we're winning 8-9 games. We're on the SEC championship game. I want to get back to that, guys. Let's go kick some ass.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just talking. You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, Bo.
Cheats, steals.
He's a real talk show host.
Live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, Bo, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
So you think Z's sunscreen will be the 100? Think it'll have a 100 on it when he's down there in the Bahamas?
I would.
later
Bart,
this
what do
week?
you? What's your sunscreen? You and Z have the same sort of, I don't know, what do you say,
130.
skin type? What do you do sunscreen
50 to 70.
And relentlessly apply?
Slather.
Spray.
Apply regularly when, in a beach situation.
Yeah.
Like every.
Do you go to the beach?
I have been to the beach.
Do you spray or slather?
He loves that word. Slather.
I know.
Spray, but then,
both.
Both.
Combination.
Got a
of the
face
two.
stick?
I
Face
do.
sticks are good for golf.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way to go. I mean, the face stick and then, the spray. Yeah. Do you, walk up to people and say, would you mind getting my back?
No. I don't do that. No.
What do you rub some lotion?
Yeah, what do you do? What do you do if you don't have a significant other with you and you're in a sunscreen situation?
Well,
I mean, your back and your shoulders are.
I'm usually with people, and so
I'm
not walking up to a stranger.
Well, I know, but even friends, it's like, hey man, would you mind getting my back?
It's not
I'll
awkward.
pass.
Just maybe ask Chuck.
Yeah, it's not awkward.
Ask Chuck. He can do it. Not that awkward.
No, thank you.
Not really. I mean, people know I'm a redhead, and I burn. So.
I never really look at you as a redhead.
Well, I am.
I mean, I don't see. Take the hat off for a second. I don't really see when I see Bart's.
I see dark hair.
I see dark hair. I don't see red hair.
I don't either. Not like
now, except when you get
fire engine red.
It's auburn.
Like that.
It's all that's the color. It's
War
auburn.
Eagle. Bart's got War Eagle.
No, no, I don't think so.
I just don't see you now. When you get spun up, when you get on one in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room, you generally have a hat on. But if you don't, it's red. Your hair does get red. At that point, you can see the color change.
Do you have your ring on today?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Did it flame up a while ago?
No.
Seriously.
When you went on LeBron's rant, can you go back and tell us at that time if your heart rate spiked? Can you?
Is that recorded?
That was in the 7 o'clock hour.
I want to see what your physical reaction was.
It was last hour, early in the hour, or was it at the end of the 6 o'clock hour? When was that, Edward? It was at the end of the 6 o'clock hour.
It was at the end of the 6 o'clock hour, yeah. A little over an hour ago.
I want to see if this Aura ring really works. It
might have been
standing over a putt to win the U.S. Open.
Somewhere between 640.
No, even when I get animated, I stay pretty.
Your heart rate stays down?
Pretty calm.
Oh, you
did not seem calm.
You were not
No, my body stays.
It's just you have ability to separate
visceral reaction
the inside and what comes out. That makes you a superhuman.
Yeah, well,
I mean, seriously, can anybody really do that?
My heart
like
rate.
Bruce Banner.
My heart rate peaked today
at
at 81 beats per minute.
Yeah,
that's pretty high for resting.
You were on edge.
What's your resting heart rate?
Well, my when I'm asleep or just kind of my daytime.
Just your normal
heart rate.
Lowest average is 65.
Okay.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
That's not real.
So it jumped 15 beats earlier when you went on the LeBron thing. Yeah. And if we had kept going,
it was a quick spike. It was a quick spike.
Okay, so now there's a new segment. How do we get Bart's heart rate to 100?
This is like the old fan meters.
Physical activity.
The old fan meters in a game.
show.
See how loud it would get. See if you could max it out. That's what we need to do.
Run down there. Run down the stairs real quick. Run back up and let's see what it's at then.
No,
let's see if it's a higher
then we'll
heart
start
rate
talking about LeBron,
or if it's LeBron.
Let's have Bart do the presidential.
He'll be out of breath.
Do 25 push-ups and then we're going to debate LeBron.
Yeah,
let's see what happens.
I'm good. Thank you though.
A lot of push-ups.
Yeah, Bart.
Bart, you can do 25 push-ups in a row, can't you?
Maybe.
You haven't tried in a while.
I don't do a lot of push-ups.
What do you do? Are you still on the yoga thing? Listen. It's get
do
to know.
you do?
What would you say you do around here anyhow?
Could you write down all the things you do for the show?
How good is that movie?
There's not a long enough piece of paper.
I know that.
How good is that movie to you?
The Office Space. It's really fun.
It's way up there.
I love Office Space.
That's a great movie.
It's a good movie.
Anybody that works in an office building should watch it at some point.
It's very relatable.
So we're getting to know Bart a little bit here. Edward,
everybody knew Bart.
You got any questions? I was asking Bart. I don't know why I just went this direction, but during the break, I was asking Bart because he gets these donuts from Rick's that I hadn't had before, thankfully, and I don't really need to have them. Mm-hmm. But they're the what are they? The cinnamon.
They're cinnamon sugar old fashioned.
Cinnamon sugar old fashioned. Yeah. And this is like
really, I don't think there's a lot of cinnamon in them. I think it's just sugar. But
it's
like a cinnamon crunch, like that cereal. That cinnamon crunch stuff.
Toast crunch.
It just sort of falls apart. No, this is like every bite it just sort of falls apart as it's going in your mouth in the best kind of way. And you have a sip of coffee with it, and it really, if we were in New York, they'd probably ban it.
Yeah. Why would they ban?
Well, because they're concerned about. Didn't they ban like certain size Cokes and all that?
I don't know.
Yeah, like several years ago.
I don't know.
Anyhow, it got me going down this track of what Bart does, and I said, Bart, do you ever feel like you miss on the menu? And he basically said no.
Yeah, no.
Well, I do my research.
You do
if
your
I'm going
research
to-
before you go.
If I'm going to a place
That's
I
the
haven't
difference.
been before, yeah, I check it
See,
out.
I'm not
I see
like
what
that.
I'm not just gonna pick something random off the menu.
So if I take you anywhere from Ruth's Chris to Wright's to Chili's,
yeah,
you are going to
I'm
get
not
something,
gonna
and
miss.
you're not. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not
You're
gonna
not
miss.
going to miss.
No. Well, I mean, you go to Ruth's, you keep it simple. You get a steak. Or
Do you roll your eyes at other people when they miss on the menu and you know they're missing? Like you kind of like, oh yeah, that's it.
I'm kind of like, yeah.
like Chuck orders, and
Probably could've
there's
done
a
better than
reaction
that.
from Bart across the table. And you're like, what?
I don't know if you want to order that. I'm just saying.
Look.
You can
so
order that? You can order that?
What happens when we go down to Oaklawn, do the show at Oaklawn, we go to DeLuca's? What happens when we sit down?
We have you order.
Correct. Enough said.
Yeah.
That
So this is everywhere.
I mean, I feel more comfortable when I've been to a place and have confirmed it myself. But
Bart's a good one to have order. I mean, when we go down there, you and I can't speak for you. I know I feel like, well, I don't have to do anything except eat. I mean, I'm just going to walk in. I'm going to sit down.
Maybe order a frosty beverage.
Maybe it's all
Are
I've
you
got to
talking
decide
about
what I'm
when
going
we
to
go
drink.
to eat or in general
Well,
with the show?
Just in general. I just go with whatever. But
what time do I need to be there?
And so, but you always have the confidence of knowing Bart's going to take care of it. Like we go to DeLuca's down there. Bart knows the pizzas to order, and we'll I don't know, Bart, if we're going to need that much pizza, but we always do. Or at least Bart ends up with pizza in his room. I don't know.
So what we've just done here is an example of creating a narrative. So now if you've been listening to the show and you're ever anywhere with Bart, you would have sort of the idea to say to Bart, like, hey, what would you get? Because we've created this narrative here in just a couple of minutes. I think that's what happened to the Razorback football team at SEC Media Days when they were picked so far from last, you can't even see it from here. This narrative started that Arkansas was just so bad. And we talked about this a little bit in the first hour. I'm wondering, like, when it started. I'm well aware of the record, believe me. Chuck and I have been doing this for 30 years. We are well aware of Arkansas football seasons. So I'm aware of the record. But it hasn't been the narrative, which is a story, if we want to get off the word narrative, the story, what people believe about Arkansas football. Since I've been doing this since 1998, outside of like in the middle of a season when Chad Morris was coaching, has never been worse than the story or narrative that we have today in terms of the way people talk about the program. Would you agree or disagree that on that point? It's never been worse. It's never been lower the way people talk about it.
I agree, and I think you weren't here yesterday, Bo, but I think this goes back, Chuck, to what I was talking about yesterday. Like, I think it is in people, like, it may not be at the front of your mind or the front of people's minds when they think about Razorback football, but back there somewhere creating all of this is Chad Morris. And I'm being dead serious.
I know you are.
I think Chad Morris is I don't think it's Ryan Silverfield's fault.
Of course not.
I know. Obviously, I know it's not. I think when for whatever reason, Arkansas was so pitiful under Chad Morris, just truly putrid, uncompetitive football team, the worst team maybe the SEC has ever seen, that people still think of that because it was so glaring.
Okay.
It was so unlike Arkansas.
So you're saying because
Arkansas,
that happened, people feel like, well, it can't happen. And then we had last year which was last year's an anomaly when you fire a coach in the middle of the season and you have all those turnovers and you win 2 games. That was still not like it was under Chad Morris.
I think Chad Morris, in his time at Arkansas, created the perception that people have of Arkansas now.
All right, everybody sitting up. Everybody feet on the floor.
Right there. That created the perception that people have now.
See, I can buy a little bit of that, but to me, that maybe is the very origin of it. But then you had a 9-win season under Pittman. I mean, Arkansas had a beautiful time. Chuck, you were there at the Outback Bowl in Tampa. I mean, there were all kinds of Arkansas fans there. I mean, it was like a celebration for a week. It was.
We hadn't been to a bowl game.
Well, but I mean, my point is, it was.
No, you're right.
We've had a really great moment like that since. This year, it's almost like in the offseason, people said to themselves, if you don't hire the equivalent of John Calipari or someone in sort of that tier of college football coaches, then we're doomed. And from that moment, that was a story somebody created, and I feel like people just bought it. And the media has kind of picked up on that. I'm talking about outside of Arkansas particularly. And it's just like Chuck said yesterday, I heard a little bit of you guys talking, and he said, I mean, are we really 300 votes worse than Mississippi State? Really? Or 300 votes or 200 votes worse than Kentucky? Really? And I'm like, yeah, that's a great question. Like, who came up with that? Who came up with it being that bad?
I think it's a product of the off-season coaching searches now. I think I think that as much as anything, in our situation right now, and understand, I don't agree with this. I don't necessarily disagree with it either. I don't know. We're going to find out. But there's this idea that Sumrall's great and Golish is great, and Arkansas missed out on Golish, and then they settled for Silverfield, and all. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff being said. I'm not even sure if half of it's even accurate. But I do think that coaching searches and things like that, we latch on to that. And but when you look at when you compare it to Calipari's hiring, obviously it's not the same as hiring John Calipari in basketball. But I just think as far as this offseason's narrative is concerned, I think it's a byproduct of all those schools changing coaches.
I think the other thing is NIL money and budgets and all the conversation.
That's got a
around
lot
that.
to do
People
with
thinking we don't have enough money to compete, but.
Well,
like,
they basically said we didn't for a little while.
But are we not like on the Kentucky, Mississippi State level? It's not that they were picked last. That's fine. I get that. It's going to happen when you've had what's happened here recently. But by 300 votes, like you're so far past last. It's like you guys are, I mean, everybody wants to sign up to play Arkansas bad. And I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the roster they have. I'm not saying they're going to win 7 games, but I don't think the roster is, oh my gosh, can they win a conference game? I think they're going to compete in conference games and they're going to win a couple of them. And quarterback's going to be a big factor, how either one of these guys play. But it was just, and I'm just asking. Like, I wonder if you ask yourself as a fan, where did you get the idea in your mind that it's that bad?
I just want to add one thing because the 9-win season under Pittman has come up a few times yesterday, today, and yes, that was a great season and everything. Since Chad Morris was the coach at Arkansas, like since he left, since he departed, since that last season ended, and Barry Lunny Jr. was coached the last game or whatever it was, since the end of that season. Arkansas is 32-41 overall and 14-36 in SEC play. Overall, it really hasn't gotten better since Chad Morris was the head coach. Obviously, it's gotten better, right? Like
Here
4-20 over a 2-year stretch. 32-41 is a lot better than that. But like I'm telling you, that's That's how it happened. That's how this narrative came to be.
All right, we got to hit a break. We're getting texts. We'll take your reaction, and we'll maybe get into a little bit more of it when we come back. I don't know. You never know what's going to happen here. 8:18 on the Chuck and Bo Show. Glad you're here. It's Tuesday, and we're brought to you in part by Big Creek Land Development that's happening on Big Creek Golf Course with new home sites for sale for the first time in 20 years. Premium properties, a welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. I mean, what if waking up meant like a beautiful golf course and the mountains and incredible sunsets at night and a wonderful place to live with great neighbors? Visit BigCreekGolf.com to learn more. BigCreekGolf.com.
There we go. Here we go. Let's take some personal shots. You want to? I mean, come on. Let's take some personal shots at him.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Enjoy Oaklawn's 24/7 smoke-free casino featuring over 1,500 slots and live table games from blackjack to roulette, craps, baccarat, and much more. Voted best casino by 2026 Arkansas Times Readers Poll. And enjoy headliner entertainment at the Oaklawn Event Center. Log on to Oaklawn.com and get all the details. And the Oaklawn Resort Pool is open all summer. Access granted to hotel and spa guests. Come join the fun at Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste, a spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield American Single Malt Whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available at select retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Are you a real estate agent looking for more than just a place to hang your license? Then it's time to discover the difference at Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. At Weichert, you'll find industry-leading training, powerful marketing tools, hands-on support, and a team that's invested in your success. Whether you're a brand new agent or a seasoned professional, Weichert gives you the resources you need to grow your business and reach your goals. Ready to learn more? Text CAREER to 479-306-6139. Your next chapter starts here.
Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville. Who says bigger is always better? Burton Pools and Spas is the area's exclusive dealer for plunge pools by Thursday Pools. In-ground fiberglass pools designed for today's lifestyles with easy maintenance and more time for fun. Cool off after work, relax with family, or host friends for game day. And right now, installed plunge pool packages start under $40,000. Stop by one of Burton Pools and Spas' 5 convenient locations or visit burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, water for a better life. When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you. Now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality and powered by Teamwork.
Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas keeps you moving.
And with all those summer activities, you're going to need a beer that keeps up.
And that's where Yuengling Flight comes in. Just 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, brewed for people who like to stay active and still enjoy a great tasting beer.
Make Yuengling Flight part of your summer plan.
Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Enjoy responsibly. Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I can't figure out if Chuck's playing a role here, or this is how he feels, or if he cares at all.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
823, Chuck and Bo Show, 824 now, as a matter of fact. Hey, let me talk about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, before we get back into this. Hey, I've just bought a home, and they were right there in the middle of it, as they always are, guiding me through it. Anyone that partners with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, you are going to be well served, whether you're a buyer or a seller, whichever side of the table you find yourself on. The thing that I appreciate the most is that they've been around the block many, many, many times. And so whatever situation comes up, and when you're buying a home, selling a home, there are going to be different situations that come up. Sometimes you change course right in the middle of things. They'll guide you through all that, and they'll get you to the finish line, contract to close. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, Washington and Benton counties, Fort Smith, Branson, and, of course, WeichertGriffin.com.
Good morning. It's Tuesday. We've been on one this morning. Bart got on one earlier, although his heart rate only spiked 15 beats a minute. LeBron's going to Philadelphia. Bart thinks it's a disaster. But moving right along here, we're reading text. My perception, talking about Arkansas football, and this is JT and Hot Springs' perception, comes from the athletic director saying it's the fans' fault, we're behind. It's the fans' fault about the negativity. The athletic director does not give any confidence in the football program. Well, I think that is a perception that you have, JT, and that's another example of a story, a narrative. But is that really true? Is that really true that the athletic director is blaming the fans for everything? I think the athletic director, and I know he's come out and said that these things have to happen to be successful at football, and he's been trying to make them happen. And they've raised more money than they've had in football. They've increased all their resources. Is it enough? Probably not yet, but they're headed that direction. They've done jersey patch deals. They got the stadium sold, the signage. They raised more money for football resources. The NIL budget's up. All these things are happening. I just find it interesting that some people choose to just buy something and just live there. And it's like, well, I'll believe it when the stadium rights were sold. Well, we'll see how it actually helps football win. Well, like, all of these things have to happen. And then the other text is that we get leftover coaches. Coaches don't want to come here. We can't hire the guys we want. And if no one wants to come here, why would anyone want to play here? And I don't want to just root for players that only came here because they had to and couldn't go anywhere else. There are all kinds of guys on this roster that could have gone elsewhere. There are all kinds of guys on this roster that came here because Silverfield wanted to or because they wanted to play for him, because he had a relationship with him. I don't think Silverfield's a leftover coach. I mean, people have talked about Silverfield as an up-and-coming coach while he's been winning at Memphis for years. He was always one of those guys that you thought would get another job at some point in a place like a Power 4 conference. And so for Arkansas to land on him, even if you think that Golish was better or somebody else would have been better for the job, that's not like they went to the bottom of the barrel and got some has-been. I mean, if you want to talk about a has-been, North Carolina was celebrated for hiring the GOAT of NFL coaching, and that is an absolute dumpster fire. I mean, we make these snap judgments based on popularity, like how everybody else feels about it.
Well, I think there was the idea among some that despite the fact that we were 2-10, despite the fact that the conference record over the last whatever years was whatever Bart said it was a minute ago, I think some people thought that we'd be able to go out and get whoever we wanted. that hey, if you just throw enough money at them, they'll come. That's not always the case. Now, here's the problem. You know, you get into a situation where you have a coaching search and you say, well, that guy just doesn't want to come here. Well, the narrative begins that nobody wants to come here. But I told you, and I'm sure you remember, I mean, I came back from the Memphis game saying, hey, if you're going to fire Pittman, just go hire this guy. I mean, all he does is beat SEC teams. And I don't think they necessarily settled on Silverfield. Would they have loved to have gone out and hired the best coach in college football? Sure they would have. But by the same token, you're just not always able to go, hire Bill Belichick, although that didn't exactly work out. But I look at what they've hired, who they've hired, since, the motorcycle wreck. And this one doesn't disturb me any more than the others do, to be honest.
Bielema won 3 Big Ten championships. Yeah. They hired him. Hogball 30. Silverfield was not our first choice. That makes him a leftover coach. So what about Cal? Was Cal Arkansas's first choice? Do we have revisionist history?
Well, Nolan wasn't. We tried to hire Raleigh Massimino before we settled on Nolan. I mean, come on.
Didn't even know you could get Cal until Chris Beard said he wasn't interested.
Hey, hang on. We cannot take a text seriously from a person who said, "Is Bart forgetting about John L. Smith? Morris was better than that."
John L. was 4-8.
That's among the single dumbest things I've ever heard anybody say, ever.
Let me go back to this because JT came back with, Bo, please tell me what the AD has done to inspire confidence in fans about the football program. Coach Silverfield does, but the AD does not. Well, I think you only listen to parts of what he says then. Like, I'm not trying to promote the hog pod that I did, but there are a bunch of questions and answers in there. And if you go listen to it with Hunter Yurachek, he's talking about what they're doing for the football program. I think, again, the whole point of this conversation is about narratives and stories. And the story you believe and why you believe it. But you can't tell me that Hunter hasn't said anything inspiring about the football program. You just don't like it when he does, or you don't listen to it. But a guy's not walking around just spewing words of negative thoughts about how bad the football program's going to be. There have been some things that he said that didn't come off right or that came off poorly. But that's not all he said. Like, you're just hanging on to that one thing. Where's another one I was going to read? Another one about just leftover coaches and why would I believe in any of this? I mean, again, what do you want to believe in? What do you like? Where do you want to be? Do you think the guy they hired's incapable of winning here? Is that what you believe? Because what I've seen from the guy is he sure looks like a great fit for Arkansas. A guy who understands all the challenges and is ready to walk right towards them and work his tail off to do it.
I think they hired a guy who wants to be our football coach. And will that be enough? I have no earthly idea.
Well, that by itself isn't, but it's a big step in the right direction, embracing the challenge of what it means to take this on right now.
The truth of the matter is, if you're Ryan Silverfield, I mean, Arkansas it's a big gamble on Silverfield's part. We're sitting here saying, we get all the leftover coaches, people that don't necessarily want to come here. Coming here is a pretty big gamble right now on his part. He's won 10 games more than once at his spot. So he's got a big raise, but from a coaching standpoint and a career standpoint, I mean, he's taking a big risk too.
Do we think Arkansas is going to finish last? Did you guys get to the conclusion on that?
Well, I don't know that we necessarily got to a conclusion on that. No, but
schedule has something to do with it.
Yeah,
like
schedule's got something to do with
States,
it.
But
I'm not going to sit here and just concede that. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, absolutely not. Especially when the other thing is people just haven't seen this team play at all. Quarterback's a big deal, obviously, but I'm just not as down on the whole situation, but maybe that's just my personality. I also see I think you got to see the whole picture, and again, not just one storyline or one narrative when it comes to Razorback football. Really anything, but when it comes to Razorback football.
Well, I mean, there have been some moments, and if you're being honest, over the last 5-10 years, there have been some moments that have been hard to come back from if you're a fan. I mean, there have been some moments where it's like, boy, you keep coming back after that. You are a true fan. So I'll give people a lot of credit for that.
All right, breakfast fun. Thank you, ProLand Title. We had a great breakfast this morning, as we always do. ProLand Title can help you close deals. They'll probably give you some breakfast while they're doing it if it's in the morning. They're independently owned. That gives you the unique ability to be put first by them. They're not answering to other people. They've got 45 offices in Arkansas. Arkansas natives that live and work right here in our communities, and they have the ability to say yes to transactions some companies may not be able to because of their relationships with a huge range of national underwriters. Cheer for the pigs and close with the pros. ProLand Title. ProLandTitle.com.
Just get it together, people. You obviously are completely incompetent. I'm so sick of the morons, man.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you or a loved one struggling with addiction? There is hope. John 3:16 Ministries is a free, faith-based 501c3 program that has helped more than 3,000 people transform their lives over the past 23 years. This long-term inpatient program includes lodging, counseling, medical care, and job training, all at no cost to you. In a period of 6 months to a year, you could graduate with a trade, a purpose, and a fresh start. A spiritual boot camp for men and a safe refuge for women. Log into john316thecure.com.
Hey, at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, you can save up to $12,000 off MSRP on Silverados. It's the freedom to save right now at Chevy of Fayetteville. Save up to $12,000 on new 2026 Silverados, plus make no payments for 90 days during the Freedom to Save event at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park. Together, let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com.
Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you. Now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality and powered by Teamwork.
Obviously, Ryan Silverfield's had a lot of success. right? Like we're not breaking any news there. 50-25, twice as many wins as losses, 27-21 in conference play as a head coach, at a job that has been a successful place for the most part over the past decade and a half or so. When you look at the coaches that have been at Memphis, now can Silverfield break kind of the streak of guys going on from Memphis and having a lot of success because the guys that came before him didn't, they jumped to bigger jobs and quite frankly it hasn't worked out. Can he break that trend? I think he can. But look, Arkansas hasn't been in a really truly competitive position in the SEC for a while, other than one really good year under Sam Pittman. And so I think that honestly, like if we're being really honest about this whole conversation,
let's be honest.
I think a lot of it still comes back to Chad Morris. I think people still have that in their mind. I'm being dead serious. I think people still, when they think of Arkansas football, they think of those Chad Morris teams and how pathetic they were. Like truly pathetic. The worst football team that has ever existed in the SEC.
But that's been over 5 years ago now.
I understand that, but I think people still feel that, right? When they think of Arkansas, they think of Chad Morris. They think of how bad it went.
Do you really think that?
I think.
You think people think of Chad Morris?
I think the Chad Morris era, if you want to call it that, was so bad that the outside world still thinks of that when they think of Razorback football.
Did you know you can listen to a podcast version of the show? The Chuck and Bo Show On Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park and can be found every weekday on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
That's why I came here, because you could do special things. Coach Sutton did it. Coach Richardson did it. Now let's see if we can do it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
JT was wondering about the podcast with Hunter. It's free. It's not. Yeah. Thanks for responding to him, Bart, and with the link. People just they decide what they want to decide. Like the criticism of the lighting at the stadium, like, oh, we got lights and lasers, that's going to help. Got a new sound system. All this stuff matters, It may not be the most important thing to you right now.
This guy typing
but
this, he's negative about everything.
Yeah, but it all matters. Again, to me, and maybe it's just me, I find it interesting where stories come from and why you believe what you believe. And it's interesting sometimes. Debate or a conversation or a belief, it's like if you really dig down to where it started, it's like, oh, it started there. Okay, well, let's go back before that for some more context on what led to that. But if you're starting here in the conversation, well, yeah, okay, you believe that. But like somebody texted in that they went back. I don't know why you would do this unless it's about your head coach, and maybe that's why. I went back, they said, and watched the Memphis-Arkansas game last year. And the commentators were going on and on about Silverfield and how he was destined for a Power 4 job and what a great job he had done at that program. But I don't hear anybody say that. It's like they got on one track and that part doesn't. Again, like you gotta kind of get all the information. That's where a narrative or a bias goes. We often just want to be confirmed in our belief. But the idea that Arkansas got a leftover coach because you didn't get who you thought the first candidates were, the way a coaching search works is you got to go through the list and you got to go through the interviews and you got to find the best fit for you. And the irony of this conversation is I don't know that there is a Hall of Fame difference between any of the head coaches that were hired and the one Arkansas got. And we'll see how it all plays out, but it also fit in the right guy at the right place. Like if James Franklin comes to Arkansas, for example, and wants all these things before he even gets here and demands all these things before he even gets here and can't get here and make it happen himself, he's probably not the right coach for Arkansas.
Well, when the first thing a guy does is hit you with, all right, here's what it'll take, and starts reeling off, an unreasonable list of demands, he doesn't want to come. I mean, he doesn't want to come.
He's not the fit.
Yeah, he's not the guy, and it'll be nice when we start playing games.
This is part of it, though.
This is part of it.
The talking time.
And
that's what makes college football great.
That's right.
Is the debates and the discussion. I would just challenge people, and it all started really from is Arkansas really 300 votes worse than Mississippi State and Kentucky? Never mind. I mean, I get the part that people are voting on that have never even been, some of them, to a college football game in person.
It's like you look at some of these texts, and I'm just looking at one right now that's reciting all the things that have gone wrong over the last 10 or 15 years. Well, we know that. I mean, nobody's breaking any news when you say that. It doesn't mean you think it's okay. It means you're talking about how you might get out of it. But this idea that, it's over before it starts, I'm not going to subscribe to that theory. And I think the idea that, first off, if you want to get right down to it, the biggest surprise to me all along has been that 4 SEC programs hired head coaches that were not from Division or Power 4 programs. That, to me, is an interesting story. And then you get into, who among those 4 is the best. And for some reason, our fans got it in their heads that Alex Golesh was a more preferable hire over Ryan Silverfield. I don't know why. I honestly do not know how that narrative started.
I don't either. The only thing I can think of
that is what
players
certain people think.
That he brought with him from South Florida. Where he brought the quarterback, a center, and some receivers. But other than that, I don't even think people realize that. Yeah. But other than that, I don't know what the I think it's because it was reported that was going to be the guy, and then it was like another thing you missed on. That's I think that was like.
Well, somebody had reported 2 weeks prior to that out of Memphis that Silverfield was being hired that day. You remember that?
Yeah, during the season.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly. It was during the season. So there were all kinds of things being said out there, and some of it was on the money, and some of it was way off base. But somehow, some way, the narrative that Alex Golesh is the guy started. And I'm still a little bit lost on that one.
I just think, I've been impressed with what
I'm not
Silverfield's
knocking Golesh
done since he got here.
Yeah.
No, I think Golesh is a good coach. He'll do fine at Auburn. But I think Silverfield's going to do fine here. I don't know if it'll be this year. I don't know what it'll look like, but I think they'll look like a well put together team.
Here's we were talking about Chad Morris a little bit earlier. Bart was particularly. Here's what I remember about that early part of the era. They couldn't get lined up right. They could not get lined up right. There were all kinds of pre-snap penalties. And it just went on and on and on. To me, and I know people don't like hearing this because they make people think just getting lined up right's simple. I want to see a team that looks like they've been coached, that looks like they've gone over things and, they look like they're well drilled. I didn't see an abundance of pre-snap penalties last year. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I know there were some, but cut down on the penalties, Let's do that.
That gonna be a disciplined football team.
Cut down on the penalties. Don't turn the football over, and let's see where we are when we add it all up. Are we going to be 9-3? Probably not. But we're sure as hell not going to be 2-10. I can guarantee you that.
By the way, go ahead, Bart.
I was just going to say, I don't know. I can't tell you about like pre-snap penalties versus normal other post-snap penalties. But Arkansas was the second most penalized team in the league last year.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, a lot of penalties and a lot of turnovers.
Some of that was on the interim head coach as well.
Don't have your big plays nullified. Don't give the other team don't tack on to their big play.
There's one
with a penalty.
Can't have your coach getting 15 yards.
And don't.
Everybody was frustrated at that point.
And don't turn the football over. But now I will say this: I don't believe that what's going to happen this year has all that much to do with last year. Honestly,
a lot of new players. Yeah, a lot of new players, and pretty much entirely new coaching staff.
Good or bad, I don't think it's going to have all that much to do with last year.
When you watch, you want to feel like they know what they're doing. Let's just start there. They know what they're doing. That's what you get when you go to Blakeman's. You have that distinct feeling like they know what they're doing here.
and they're there to take care of you. Yes, they have jewelry, and they want to make sure that you get what you're looking for, but more importantly, they want you to feel great about it. They want you to have a great customer experience while you're there and for many years to come after that. It's more than jewelry. It's about your story at Blakeman's. They've been helping Arkansas families since 1987. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's where Arkansas gets engaged. They are the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Derek, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
How about them hogs, gentlemen?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you. Now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to jamesboyett.com. Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
You know, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Goodbye. They're leaving. They're leaving. They're mass exodus.
They're heading for the exits. Can you believe it?
Goodbye.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For over 20 years, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to jamesboyett.com. Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
You know, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Goodbye. They're leaving. They're leaving. They're mass exodus.
They're heading for the exits. Can you believe it?
Goodbye.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We need more moments like that.
That's Z in the Bahamas Friday night.
Yeah.
All the people are leaving. They're leaving.
Flow Sports. You can watch it on Flow Sports starting Friday night at 6 o'clock against the Bahamas national team. They'll play 4 games over there. It'll be your first look at the Razorbacks. We need more moments and calls like that in football. We're going to get some of those this year. Hey, we might. Let's see what happens.
Do you think Quinn will go, they're leaving. They're leaving. Goodbye.
You could prompt him. Yeah. You could prompt him.
Say it just
it'd be his own way. No, he's not going to do that. It'll be his own way of saying it. Hey, if you're still looking for something to do, before school starts again, maybe a weekend getaway, maybe a couple of days. You're like, man, we got to get a little vacation in here. We haven't had one, but we can't go a week. And even if you can, but you don't have to, you can go enjoy Oaklawn in Hot Springs. Join the fun at Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resort. Book your summer getaway at oaklawn.com. The pool's open all summer long. And, of course, Oaklawn's 24/7 smoke-free casino featuring over 1,500 slots, live table games, headliner entertainment at the Oaklawn Event Center. Again, just go to oaklawn.com to get more. Enjoy the hotel and spa there at Oaklawn. Speaking of spas, I'm sure you guys caught this. I don't know if we've played it here on the show yet. John Summerall's wife, the new Florida coach, talking about what he does that he finds as his enjoyment every couple of weeks that maybe you didn't see coming.
What is something maybe we don't know as seeing head coach John Summerall that you would love Gator Nation to know about him?
He loves pedicures.
Oh, really?
That's his favorite extra thing to do. So every 2 weeks in the football season, John loves to get a pedicure. That's just a fun little happy about him.
Last time you had a pedicure, let's start with Riley. Years ago.
I can't remember the last time I ever had one, though.
Chuck.
No. I don't remember.
But have you had one?
No, I don't think so. No.
Bart.
Liar.
No, I haven't had one.
Oh,
I haven't had one.
I had one a few years ago. It's fantastic.
Same. A few years ago, fantastic.
I need to kind of work it back into the...
Great time.
Yeah.
Great
If
time.
that's what you're into, I mean, go
You're
get
robbing
it.
yourself of a great experience.
Well,
if
now
you
let's
think you're
not
too
go that
manly.
far.
If you think
Oh
you're
my
too
God.
manly to get your nails done.
This is why Bart yelled at you a while ago.
Oh, no, it's not.
No, it is. No, it is. That is the dumbest thing anyone said in the last 3 hours.
Oh,
no,
give
it
me a
is.
break.
Oh, he said,
Give me a break.
Edward's got a list of dumbest things said in the last 3 hours, and he said it doesn't top the list.
It might be top 3, though.
It might, yeah, well. I don't know if you're robbing yourself.
I don't think I'm robbing myself.
But
I'm sure it was fun.
It is
but
relaxing.
I don't feel like I've robbed myself because I
You
didn't
never
get a
know
pedicure.
until you try. You never know.
Bart, what's one thing you do that we don't know about?
One of the 10,000.
Yeah, what are the things that you do that we don't know about? We know most about
Hey.
you, though. You still doing yoga?
Yeah. If we all had GoPro cameras on us, we'd all have some explaining to do.
Oh,
Let's just
yeah.
be honest.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's just get it out in the open.
It's a great Black Mirror episode about that exact.
A Black Mirror episode.
Yeah. Go watch it.
What's it on? I haven't seen it.
Netflix.
Is it worth watching?
Yeah.
Nah. Okay,
Yeah.
you just recommended it.
I don't know,
Said,
man.
"Well,
Whatever you're into.
Yeah,
you might like
would
it.
I be better with that or a pedicure?
Both. Same time.
Okay. Have a great Tuesday. Having good vision enhances every part of your life, and that is why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. They have great doctors and staff that meets all your vision